Good morning, aloha kekakiaka, and welcome to the 2023 Backdoor Shootout. And we are live today, opening day. My name is Ezra Rodriguez. We'll be calling the shots along with my buddy Isaiah Walker, Professor Isaiah Walker. Good morning, brother.
Hi, good morning, aloha kakayaka. Welcome to everybody here. We're at the Backdoor Shootout this year, 2023. It's kind of weird to say 2023, but
yes, it is.
Beautiful day here on the North Shore. We got really light winds and some decent surf. Saw some of the guys out this morning warming up. Saw some sick backdoor barrels. And today we're starting off with the SUP division, stand-up surf.
Stand-up paddle division, yeah. Throughout the morning, it was just about 5 to 6 feet, and we've seen some bombs. We just seen Kai Lenny and Zane Schweitzer out there practicing, and it was a very awesome treat to see Pipeline, just Kai Lenny stand lineup. What a treat.
Yeah, so we got looks like 5 competitors out there right now in this heat, and Kai Lenny is one of them in the water. So we're gonna run a really good day today. Looks like we got the stand-up division, and after that we're gonna run the longboard division as well. The waves, like you said, are like 4 to 6 feet.
Yep, 4 to 6.
So we got some good waves.
Beautiful conditions. We got legends out there like Riggs Napoleon, the Napoleon family legacy here in Hawaii. He's out here this year in the Backdoor Shootout along with Hawaiian Water Patrol and North Shore boy Po Mai Ho'opili. Amazing brother he is. He had an amazing wave on his Alaya this morning.
I saw that one. That was cool to watch and paddle
Super
out.
cool, brother. This guy's a character too. Zane Schweitzer out there from Head High Wines. This guy's been doing stand-up paddling for quite some time, and I believe he's the first one to paddle and not get this little teepee.
All right, we got Tehotu Wong, who we just saw almost get that one, but he's in this heat as well.
Yeah, Tehotu Wong.
Here comes some sets out the back.
Whew, I feel the energy, man. These guys are pumped. Every stroke
oh my goodness,
of their paddle. How exciting.
Choo!
Oh my, look at him. Wow. Did it just touch his rail at the last second, I believe. But man, great technique by Po Mai.
Oh, here we go on the back.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Zane Schweitzer, just like his morning wave, a little deeper. Definitely got in the barrel. Beautiful technique with his paddle as he down face carved right into it.
Zane is our defending champ, Zane Schweitzer.
Yes, he is.
Thanks to the Hawaiian Water Patrol helping out there, always keeping the boys safe, and our men and women. We have women, quite a few women in the event this year. We're excited to see that.
Yeah, Uncle Terry Ahui. Man, that guy is an absolute legend. I just love watching him and Uncle Brian Kilana banter about Waterman stuff. They're like still writing it, like the Waterman's Bible. I mean, and he's also a co-founder of the Hui. So
yeah,
the ceremony was absolutely unreal, wasn't it, Isaiah?
Really cool. Yeah.
Chicken skin all the way up my neck.
Yeah, Hawaiian Water Patrol. It's kind of interesting because Pomai is usually part of the Water Patrol team, so it must feel like he's work over there, getting his board.
Yeah, just another day for this, brother. I mean, the guy has some amazing endurance and ability because I've surfed in a heat with him, 10, 12-foot, messy, mumble-jumbled Makaha. Here he goes, right under. Oh, this is Zane Schweitzer. Beautiful, quick in and out. Beautiful downward carve. Use of paddle. There's the brothers.
Yeah, Pomai's wave right before Zane's wave was heavy.
Yeah.
Looked like he was just under the lip a little too
and
late.
I was wondering if it just caught his rail because he definitely was speeding past the foam ball. So, some good first waves for these guys, just getting their feet in their decks or in their wax.
It is Hawaiian Water Patrol.
Yeah, so what I was saying about Po Mai, oh man, that guy would go all the way out to the point at Makaha on his longboard, catch a point wave, and then just book it back out there. So this guy, he's ready to go. Any size. as we can hear the beach announcer, legendary Kainoa McGee. So many years of legendary bodyboarding, surfing, stand-up surfing from this man out here, and he's live on our mic all day long.
Right, here comes a wave. Looks like Kai Lenny looking at this left, grabbing a rail, holding the paddle in the barrel, stalling, comes out. Kai Lenny from Maui.
Ooh, quick and easy, beautiful technique with his paddle. He got deep in that one.
Here we go.
Riggs Napoleon, I believe. Downward carve, looking for something on the inside. Beautiful vertical snap right on the chip shot bowl. Here he goes back again.
Oh, he really puts that board on rail.
Yeah, that was nice.
Going straight up. Yeah, Kainoa is in the next heat, I think. So he's going to be multitasking at the backdoor shootout this year.
He's also in the longboard. He's been ripping on his longboard, too, throwing down some combos. And here we go. Kai Lenny looking at this inside little chip shot. Oh, yeah. Nope. He was looking at that.
Woo. Oh, somebody from deep. Nope. Pomai again.
Pomai, beautiful. Slow her down, buddy. Ah, nice slice off the top. Beautiful fade down.
It's kind of cool. Got the black board with those green stripe rails.
Oh, yeah, I dig that, you know. Like one of our sponsors, Green and Black, Monster Energy, Mahalo, Sinaloa. Thank you so much. You guys always with us every year. Haleiwa Juice, Defend Hawaii, mahalo, mahalo. And Brother Bo at Two Thumbs Tattoo. And Reason Eyewear Co. Oh.
Replay of Kai Lenny. Quick in and out. This was the last of Riggs Napoleon.
Beautiful way to start a heat. He didn't get barreled, but wow, you can just see his flare up on that. Ready to rip. Backdoor shootout. Everybody comes ready every year.
Also, big mahalo to Mike Prickett and Salt and Air Crew Studios there for the live feed. You can check us out at surfline.com.
Whew. My hat's off to them, man. There's a lot of process and setup with this thing, a lot of communication. Thank you, Mike. If you guys don't know Mike Prickett, absolute legend, man. This guy has created some surfers in my generation. Amazing films, movies, edits, cinematography, and oh, there's the guy right there getting ready for his heat. And there's our brother Rocky Cannon. So he'll be coming up on the live mic pretty soon, brother Rocky. And
also want to mahalo Aloha Salads and Brother Bo at Two Thumbs Tattoo in Mililani and Reason Scene Company. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
Yep, coming in clutch, making the Hui He'enalu's eyewear. Real cool stuff by them. And what a beautiful day to open it up. Well, we have great swell on the forecast. And I've heard rumor that they're going to make a decision about the Eddie Aikau today, too. So, you know, this is one of those prestige local events. These are like the only two, the Eddie Aikau and the Backdoor Shootout.
Yeah, cool. Kind of locally run. Real cool energy. You're mentioning the opening ceremonies that happened a few days ago here at Eukai Beach Park. Yeah, really cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like, comparable to no other event where you have these kind of cultural protocols, you know, and it was a legit event too. I mean, we were able to have, you know, our Hawaiian community come out strong.
Yeah.
From different hula numbers to Oli and other important protocols that we've really
the beautiful Eukai missed. I believe this is Riggs, Isaiah.
Oh, under the lip with the spit, comes out.
That was really beautiful the way he chose his line. He went right into it. Pull my Pili. Come on, come on. Slight clamp. We'll want to take you right down. You know it's getting a little bit bigger when the current's just ripping you down the Rockies.
Yeah, so
good to see Riggs out here competing. Him and his dad and Papa Nappy Napoleon. Absolute legend, canoe paddler. So much knowledge, that family. Aaron, Darren Napoleon, big wave riders.
Is his dad Aaron or no? Oh, here we go. Replay.
His dad is Aaron Napoleon, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And they were also into the stand-up paddle tour. So here we go, beautiful replay. Oh, and we got some scores for you guys today.
Yeah, we do.
And you know, 5.5 for Riggs on that last wave. Beautiful technique. He pulled right under the hood. Perfect timing. Mid-board. Speed. Got the most out of that wave.
So far it looks like we have Zane Schweitzer, who had a 6.0 on his opening wave. Kaileni a 5.63 on his. And Riggs Napoleon has 2 waves. So his last wave was a 5, and his first wave a 3.17. So I think that puts him up in the lead. He's our one competitor that has two keeper scores at the moment. Pomai Ho'opili has a 5.16. Tehotu Wong is yet to get up on the board. Kind of cool about the backdoor shootout too is, which can make it a little challenging for us announcers, but no, we don't wear the jersey. No colors.
No. That's why, yeah, that's why I was really glad, because
skins right there. Pomai.
Tehoto.
Pomai's in brown.
Yeah, brown, 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 and brown. That's how we get down.
Yeah.
The Hui Backdoor Shootout 2023. Very prestige event. In this stand-up, just to let you guys know, this is a semi-final. 2 heats, 2 semi-final heats, and then we'll be moving on to the final. I'm not sure when the final is, but then we also have some longboard heats too. So just to talk about the contest, you guys know the format is one of a kind, but in the stand-up and the longboard, it's going from, you know, they surf
traditional.
Yeah, traditional ways, yeah. So here we go, hanging on the top. Riggs dropping down late, switches over with his paddle. And this guy, you know, the usage of canoe paddle and and his family is awesome. As my dad, Papa Sam Rodriguez, paddles with Uncle Nappy. And you can always find them at a Nui Nui Canoe Club. A lot of the Napoleons will be down there every day right in front of Kaiser's. So
amazing. No, for sure. That's a OG Waterman family right there. I remember when I was a kid looking up to his dad and uncles, Aaron Napoleon. I remember seeing him charge Big Waimea Bay, and amazing talent. And you're right, and at the Backdoor Shootout, we celebrate the diversity of wave riding, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, that's another unique thing about this event where, you know, we have divisions like stand-up paddle and longboard, because, you know, in Hawaii, not just old times, but in days today, we celebrate all kinds of ways of diversity in riding waves. And I mean, you, Ezra, come from the epitome of the diverse wave riding vehicle surf spot in Makaha. And so kind of cool that that's celebrated. And I think, you know, I think our listeners should really understand that being a waterman involves the ability to ride a variety of different crafts. And I think really it diversifies the skill level too. I mean, most people know about Kaileni and his ability to ride all kind of different vehicles, whether it's a shortboard or stand-up or, you know, kite or foil. But that ability to ride those different types of crafts
Yeah.
really strengthens your skills and improves your ability to perform as a waterman.
Definitely gives you definitely gives you more knowledge than ever riding all different kinds of crafts. As you could see, one of the riders out there chose for his morning session, he didn't go stand-up paddle, but he went out on his Alaya.
Right.
And that's almost like giving me an idea. I mean, these guys could also have that in the backdoor shootout.
Beautiful drone shot here of the North Shore. North Shore often referred to as a 7-mile miracle, but we're here at Ehukai Beach Park and we're looking here towards the northeast, toward Kahuku Point. You can see Sunset Beach in the background there. If you keep going around, you get to Kahuku and
your neck of the woods.
Right.
Beautiful out there.
You can see a lot of sand. You see all the sand right there at Ehukai Beach Park. The beach here on the North Shore is unique that it shifts around like crazy. Sometimes there'll be a lot of sand, sometimes there'll be no sand, sometimes there'll be like what they call the beaver pond, where there'll be like a swimming pool in the middle of the beach. And
forever changing.
That's just because there's so much mana or energy here on the North Shore, depending on the direction of the swell. Takes that beach and moves it down and then brings it back and keeps it exciting.
And we have so much swell on offer, but, you know, with all the directors and everybody, it's going to be, you know, on Wednesday, coming Wednesday, how big it is. This beach will change once again.
Right. Yeah, so Wednesday they're talking 30-foot swell coming. I think the real concern is the wind. I know it may have a little bit of too much north in it, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I know for sure, I mean, the forecast for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, clean winds, big surf. It's going to be pumping. That's probably when we'll see our...
Pumping, not too much beach.
Right.
Right in front of us.
Yeah. That's where we'll get to see our team sport, our team divisions with our short boarders.
Yeah, teams like the Hui Wax, the Hui Japan, Quicksilver, Volcom, Snap 5, and we also have a new team added this year. Actually, 2 new teams. It's called a New Earth Project, and what I was getting educated about, that's Kelly Slater and Carissa Moore. So that's going to be amazing. And then you got Team Tubos, Peru, one of my favorites. These guys are hard charging. They got their whole gang together, and they're ready. Pipeline Hammers, a new one this year with Jamie O'Brien.
I don't know if you can pronounce it like this. Should be Hammers.
Huh?
Hammers.
Oh, yeah.
Hammers. Hammers. Got to spell them different. No more R's in hammer.
Or you can just say Pipeline Hammers, buddy. But yeah, these guys are definitely hammers. I'm excited to see who is in Mr. Jamie O'Brien's team, Mr. J.O.B. One of the original sons of Pipeline. This guy put his technique on the map, and you know.
Yeah, this new team, New Earth Project. Peter King was one of the organizers of this.
Oh, good stuff.
And so it's not just, I mean, they have pretty star-studded team, not just Kelly Slater and Carissa, but Also Kai Lenny and I believe Cole Smith.
Oh, wow.
So
that is some really good characters right here in the backdoor shootout. That's awesome.
Yep, so we will see Kelly Slater and Carissa in this competition. Kind of cool because in previous events, you know, you'd have a women's team like kind of separate, but seems like this year instead they're just throwing our female surfers onto the roster.
Right. Yeah, we had that first ever WSL women's team with Bethany Hamilton and Moana Jones and a few others. Oh, Keala Kenley, and they put on a show for us.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing. Moana Jones.
Look how small Zane Schweitzer's board is. It's like barely got him above the water. Look at that. This guy is just like, standing firm. I mean, I've even seen him out in choppy days holding strong just like that. That ain't easy. You know what I mean?
No.
You almost more comfortable as he's taking the stroke to get a little bit, you know what I mean? Move one knot to get you floated above the surface. Kai Lenny taking a look at the back door.
Now he's just trying to get into the top two. I mean, he has, I think, only one wave right now. So we are doing like elimination where you move on to the final. So
top two going to the finals.
So that's why, I mean, he's paddling for that smaller wave because the waves have been a little slow for the last 5 minutes. But here we go. Here's a wave right here.
Brother Riggs, Napoleon. Beautiful. Wow. That was killer. And then it just went wrong because his fins ended up grabbing the foam coming out of the barrel and just rock and rolled, shook him loose. And we'll get some scores here for you guys soon. We also got a star-studded cast of longboarders coming up this year. Also a new young blood in there too. Hale Foster Bloomfield. Stoked to see him on the roster this year.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I hear Rocky getting excited. He knows, man. He's at every event. There's some waves headed towards. As we got, is this Pomai?
Pomai stroking into this one. Trying to pull in behind it, gets under the curtain. Unfortunately, it pinches.
Oh, Isaiah, that was a good one, but he had a little reverb crease, went right up, and it buckled him loose. But Pomai definitely hunting, definitely great technique, great speed. Just the wave not letting him exit.
There's another wave. We got
Zane Schweitzer, backside, good paddle technique as he grabs the rail. Beautiful.
We have another split peak here. Tehotu on the left, Kai Lenny.
Tehotu, Kai Lenny in the hood already. Tehotu looking for some room. Kai Lenny floats the boat, rock and roll, tail drop at the end. You know, you were sitting with me in the booth last year when Kai Lenny couldn't get barreled, so he just ended up throwing tail on his stand-up paddle. I mean, the combo was, you know, threatening a shortboard combination. I mean, and he was on his stand-up paddle.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Yeah.
Hitting the whitewash here on the very inside.
Probably going to go do the walk around.
Like he's,
I don't think you want to get
falling into the heat already.
Wow. I don't think you want to get caught, you know, in ain'ts on a stand-up paddle. That's just not fun.
Oh, it was insane. There was a lot of waves in that set. It was nice because there was split peaks, and so we got a lot of opportunity for all of our stand-up surfers to get a good one.
Yeah, so currently winning the heat so far, and things will change as Zane Schweitzer currently in the first position, followed up by Kai Lenny. But after that backside tube and Kai Lenny's backdoor tube, we'll see what happens as we got Zane Schweitzer right back out in the lineup looking to go again. And he is.
Here he goes, looking left this time, under the lip, little chandelier coverage, kicks out. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see that replay of that backdoor wave. Yeah, that was deep. He was gone.
He was gone.
And on a stand-up board, you know, riding a longer board, get that nose hidden behind the wave. That means you're deep. I don't know how they do it. Like, what do they do with their paddle? You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to pull into a barrel, especially backside. You're trying to grab a rail, and you have to hold the paddle at the same time.
It's interesting. I watched them when they had a world tour at Chopo, watching Dwayne and all these guys put the paddle down and pull in, and this heat's coming to an end, gang. We're going to start heat 2.
This heat is over, but these guys are charging this one.
Oh, man, what a great heat.
That's Tehotu.
Yeah, Mr. Wong getting started a little late. He was shopping for something, but he got his 2.
Oh.
That was a guy in the other heat, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so
we just started the new heat.
In heat 2 semifinal, Clay Everline, Zane Sizen, Bullet Obra from Big Island, Mo Freitas from Maui, and our one and only Hui Backdoor member Kai Noah McGee, the legendary.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break and be back with Heat 2 of the stand-up. Aloha.
Stay tuned, gang.
Aloha kakayaka kako. Good morning from the Backdoor Shootout here at Pipeline Eukai Beach Park at the Volcom House. And we're here. I'm Isaiah Walker, Ezra Rodriguez. We're here
Aloha,
at the
gang.
Backdoor Shootout 2023. And we're running the stand-up division today, the SUP division. We just finished Heat 1.
Yep.
Looked like Kai Lenny, Zane Schweitzer had some amazing rides.
Really good.
Especially right before the end of that heat at the buzzer. Both
Yep.
of them got backdoor shootout waves.
Yep. Couple split peaks. Amazing performance from Riggs Napoleon.
Right.
Good to see him out here. Amazing barrels by him. And Zane Schweitzer, man, that was a great backside wave along with Kai Lenny's last backdoor wave. So we are into heat number 2 of Backdoor Shootout. This is a semi-final for the stand-up paddle. And we're looking for 2 guys to come out here and join Kai Lenny and Zane Schweitzer in the final of the 2023 Backdoor Shootout. So lines approaching. We also have legendary bodyboarder, surfer, and stand-up paddle, Mr. Kaino McGee, out the back, and they're just going to be waiting for waves.
Yeah, maybe you could go through who is in this heat.
Yep. So we have Clay Everline. Excited to watch him surf. Zane Sands and Bullet Obra and Mo Freitas. I've heard a lot of good things and seen him last year absolutely tear it up. And Mr. Kainoa McGee.
Up and riding. Looks like Bullet Obra in this one. Can he come out?
Oh, you know, Big Island Boys. That's where I met him. Bullet Obra.
Oh, looks like
Mr. McGee. Oh. Oh, Tom Carrolling that lip right there. Waiting for the under the hood barrel. Mr. Kaino McGee, the frothiest, biggest grom you'd ever see.
Yeah.
Love this guy.
right.
So yeah, amazing stuff. Thank you to all our sponsors. Keiki Beach Bungalows coming in clutch every year. Mahalo to you guys. to the Odom Corporation, Hawaii, for, you know, drinks of Body Armor, White Claw, Kona Brew, mahalo, mahalo. Sinaloa Chips, Haleiwa Juice, Reason Scene Co. Eyewear Company, Aloha Salads, and Brother Bo at Two Thumbs Tattoo. And mahalo to Monster Energy Drinks. Always coming in clutch. Brother Keala Ewohi and the gang, Mr. Freak Show. Go check them out, Monster Energy.
Right, so we have great conditions so far. We got the light winds and glassy conditions. Which is cool because a lot of times, you know, you may hear this, those of you that are familiar with Pipeline, that sometimes they'll talk about morning sickness being a thing at this break. But this morning seems pretty mellow. It doesn't have any of that wonkiness that sometimes you'll see in the mornings, but beautiful conditions, beautiful day on the North Shore. And
beautiful day, Isaiah.
Right, so grateful to be here for sure.
Thanks to Volcom for putting us up again. Second floor of the Jerry House. Amazing stuff. So much rich history. You know how we got the longboarders coming up later. I mean, we were over here in 94 into 96. Herbie Fletcher was in this house, and he'd have a bunch of Astrodeck longboard gigs over here. So amazing times.
Oh, man. I remember before that, when I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, when Astrodeck first started up, they'd have those classic photos of their team.
Yeah.
It was just like,
oh, how's
crew.
that team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys like Marvin Foster and Martin Potter and the crew. Kind of cool you mentioned Hale Foster, part of that family.
Yeah,
and
stoked to see him in this event.
That was his uncle, his dad's uncle actually, and then, you know, the Foster Bloomfield family, also part of the Hawaiian Water Patrol.
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites. Mr. Kavika Foster, I'm ready to get a glimpse of him on the ski with his Uncle Terry. That's a legacy family, man. Marvin Foster, I see the crowds nowadays, and some people acting up on the North Shore just makes me miss Uncle Marvin. I mean, sheesh. I was a little boy in the 80s, man, pulling on these guys' shorts right at the kneecap.
Yeah, Marvin.
Bunch of hammers.
Pretty much perfected the grab rail, pig dog, tube riding at Backdoor.
Big time. And then him and Max Madera started downsizing their equipment into smaller boards. So riding smaller boards at Pipe was never a new thing. These guys were experimenting with it all.
Looks like we have a paddle here. Zane Sains with the yellow helmet pulling in Backdoor. Travels, smaller wave, but he got the job done.
Beautiful technique. I believe that was Clay Everline on the left.
Now Zane is from my community, actually, from
Yeah.
Hau'ula boys.
Awesome.
Hau'ula boy, and he graduated from Kahuku High School just last year, and now he's actually at my school. I'm work at BYU Hawaii, which is right around the corner here.
Good stuff.
And so he's a freshman at BYU Hawaii.
Yeah, Isaiah is also the author of an amazing book, Waves of Resistance. You guys go check it out. I mean, he's got some hidden amazing content in that book. So much knowledge. I love talking to you every year. I mean, you had my jaw dropped last year when we were talking about Chinaman's hat and about, so just mystical dragons in Hawaii, bro. I was like, I went home and told my kids, and there's so much amazing folklore and culture and rich history here in Hawaii.
Yeah,
Look at Kaino, a big frothing ground. He's probably telling him what? You got 9, brother.
Bro, no sit on this side of me. You gotta sit over here.
Yeah.
The good ones come over here.
Yeah. Lucky's in a good mood. He'd say, hey, no sit deeper than me, brother. I mean, this guy is always pushing out content. Like, stuff is still getting sent to Kainoa McGee in his amazing drop knee bodyboard career.
Oh.
I mean, it's just like endless videos and edits. And the guy had a great career out here.
Yeah, speaking of legends at Pipe and that time period in the 80s, remember Jack the Ripple?
Oh, yes,
Jack
yes.
Lindholm, and
Yep.
Kainoa was a part of, that right after that generation of just the drop knee at Pipe.
It
It's
isn't easy.
amazing.
And just doing some Menahuni events and stuff, the bodyboard thing is coming back. I tell you, there's kids out on the west side, out in town, they're just stepping it up. Out on the east side, it's coming back.
No, it is.
And I
You know why, yeah? You know why, yeah?
Why?
Because the bus is the bus.
Oh, the
No
bus.
can take surfboard on the bus.
The
only
gas,
bodyboard.
the bus.
So right there, you gotta, in order to get to Pounders, I shouldn't shout out to some of our spots, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
to Sandy's or wherever you like
got
go.
it. Yeah.
No more car, gotta jump on the bus.
Roger that. Yep.
Nah, but yeah, it's cool to see. I mean, even when I was growing up, like bodyboarding here at Pipe, and I mean Mike Stewart, we can't not talk about him. Just how amazing like his legacy and that whole generation of bodyboard crew. And you're right, it's kind of cool that.
And he finally got honored too. He got inducted into the Duke Foundation. The guy's amazing.
So for sure, we do celebrate a variety of different riding vehicles, and Kainoa McGee, as you mentioned, is one of them. Rides a bunch of different crafts and excels at all of them.
Oh yeah, all of them. So and like you were saying earlier, when you start doing all these different disciplines, you have a bigger knowledge of a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Right. And interesting, we think of innovation, right? We think like, oh, we're innovating new kinds of ways of riding waves. There's truth to that, but it's also traditional as well. So even though some of you may think, oh, the stand-up was just invented recently, in reality, this is an old thing that the Waikiki Beach Boys
big time
do.
Yeah, it's been there, aside from the 3 million new people that cut in line in front of everybody and surfing in front of families, kids, and everything. There was always something already fundamentally there. You know what I mean? A solid foundation that every generation of ours we go off of, and we reference to. I
remember when I was a kid, and shucks, if Rocky or Kite weren't here, they'd probably remember Uncle's name. But I remember, I grew up on the Big Island Hilo, but I would fly up, sometimes to check out and surf over here in contests and stuff. And remember as a kid surfing Waikiki and watching this old uncle giving surf lessons with a stand-up paddle in one hand and a camera in the other hand, and teaching lessons same time.
That's the Achoy family. That's Bobby Achoy.
We got
amazing. And
Zane up and out.
Here watching the stand-up paddling, you almost want to go and talk about that one uncle. He was the originator. He didn't even know what he was creating then. He was just doing that,
Yep. Just
aloha to the tourists, and innovative, getting them the shot. And then that's, another great thing that we're over here honoring today is Duke Kahanamoku. Every year, the Backdoor Shootout, we're here for Mr. Duke Pahoa Kahanamoku. And that's his Waikiki Beach Boys,
Yep.
Innovating and creating, and we're all one big ohana. Doesn't matter what side you're from.
Awesome, yeah. And so that kind of this, the Backdoor Shootout, celebrating different types of vehicles for riding waves, that is kind of a tradition in Hawaii. And not only going back to 20, 30, 50, 100 years ago, but even ancient times, hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
So the term mo'olelo is referring to some of our stories or some of our histories and traditions from the past. And in our mo'olelo, originally they were, these stories were passed down orally, right, through generations of oral histories. The way that we preserve our oral history is through chant. And the hula would accompany those chants. So storytelling is a part of a tradition that goes back, and hula is a part of that way of preserving story. But fortunately, in the 1850s, Hawaii became one of the most literate societies in the world as far as a nation. So in Hawaii was by the 1850s, 90% of the population could read and write, which is unheard of in the 1800s anywhere else. And a part of that had to do with just the way that our ali'is, our chiefs, they valued education. And so because of that, we were able to take to transition from an oral society to a written or literate society in a single generation. Um, there's some things that are worrisome about that, because if you're traditionally holding knowledge and history orally, the fear once people become literate is they no longer have to do that, and then the worry is that you lose those traditions, right?
Right.
Here we have a writer up.
Clay Everline. I was going to say to you, Isaiah, because he's the one stand-up paddler standing throughout the lulls. I was wondering, you get extra points for that or what? Nah.
Yeah, so in other words, so these oral histories, the fear is, and every society at one point, even in Western society, right? We have oral traditions of the Iliad and the Odyssey. Before they were written down, they were orally passed down through ancient Greece and so forth. But in Hawaii, we were fortunate that in that transition, that the old folks who are still had the knowledge in their minds, their memories, were able to pass it down to our next generation, guys like David Malo and Samuel Kamakau and John Papa'i'i, and these historians who were akamai enough to realize we need to write these down. And so in Hawaii, we are able to, we know all these stories of our kupuna of times of old, as we're talking to you today about stories of chants and of surfing in days of old, because we had that, we had the ability to write those down. And so today, we have thousands of pages of mostly in newspapers. So they would preserve these stories in these Hawaiian language newspapers that were very popular. I mean, there lots of different news, and it was more than just what we think of today as news.
Have you got to see some of them?
Yeah, for sure.
Got to go through.
I went through, used a lot of those for my book, Waves of Resistance, and fortunately, a lot of people in the Hawaiian language community worked really hard to digitize these and also to translate many of them. So anyway, so we're talking about some of these stories, these mo'olelo. We know we're able to recall and to review these because they've been written down, thanks to the folks like David Malo and others, and who've preserved these into our stories. So we know through these stories that in old Hawaii, that the Hawaiians rode a variety of different kinds of boards, whether it was the Olo board, which is the huge board that was meant mostly for riding big ocean swells. Yeah. Like 13 to 17 feet long boards. To Alaya boards we saw this morning. We saw one of our competitors, Pomai Ho'opili, paddled out on a Alaya board, and a variety of different ones, from smaller boards that you would, even hand boards. So shout out to my friend Tom Stone, Pohaku.
Oh, yes.
Who has been great at preserving these traditions of making all these different kind of boards. And so today at the Backdoor Shootout, we're celebrating this kind of diversity of riding, a variety of different kinds of craft, because it is Hawaiian tradition to do so.
That man goes through the whole process. I've heard him taking people up to Kauai, get the tree. I mean, all that, he does it. Also, water safety too, right? Trains people on the jet ski. And I just wanted to ask, Isaiah, where did our bullet Obra go?
I don't know.
After that barrel, he got a little hitched up inside. I didn't see anything happen on the beach, but I just haven't seen our Big Island boy Bullet. He was off to a great start.
Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he didn't get injured or break a board or break something. Yeah, there's only
this
three
is
guys.
Beautiful. There's Clay Everlyn looking, and Kainoa McGee going up the face as there is lines approaching, guys.
Right now, just three guys in the lineup. I'm not sure where Mo Freitas is. I saw him this morning.
Yeah. Stand-up paddle, man. I seen them when they introduced it over at a year at Uncle Buffalo's, and there's everybody. They were doing it already.
Oh, no.
Zane Sains, Kainoa McGee gets absolutely annihilated on a beautiful spitting pipeline wave. This guy rather catch that wave than take it on the head. Oh, he just makes it over.
Backdoor wave. Zane Sains pulling in.
Foamy monster.
Straightens out.
Double overhead.
Detonated.
How was that?
Man.
I'm a bit worried for Bullet
I
now.
know.
I was just like, where's our Bullet?
Prayers for Bullet. Hopefully all is well. But the Hawaiian Water Patrol is there to take care of him. And
oh yeah, Hawaiian Water Patrol, one of the swift and best you can have watching your back. So if you're just joining us, this is semifinal heat 2 with Clay Everline, Zane Sands, Bullet Obra, Mo Freitas, and Kainoa McGee.
right now it's a 3-man heat.
3-man heat, yes. We're missing Bullet. We'll keep you guys posted as Clay Everline kicks out of that one. And he's in the right slide of Gums. He's going to paddle out through. Mr. McGee, where are you at? Here comes a beautiful one from deep. A nice 4 to 5 footer right here, but looks like he's going to let it peel across.
Yeah, as beautiful as this wave is and enjoyable it is to watch, it's a dangerous wave.
It's very dangerous, even at 3 feet. We all learned from Malik, an amazing charger from our Tahiti brothers up there. It doesn't take much.
Right. Yeah, sadly, this wave has claimed the lives of quite a few people, and our prayers to them and their family, and to Bullet right now, especially that he'll be all right. But
there to line up that pipeline.
Yeah, there's something you don't see when it's 4
No,
to
you
6
don't
feet
see
and
it.
glassy.
And Mr. Zane Sains, how was frothy and foamy was that one? I mean, the thing had like 4 or 5 inches of just white cloud all over it, and he came all the way through, and he's going to get a nice clean paddle out to the lineup.
Yeah, you know, pipeline, you're right. Like, sometimes it's more dangerous at this size because it's focusing its energy right on the shallower part of the reef where those caves are. And sometimes when you get the second reef, you're able to roll in from the outside. But this, 4 to 6 feet, breaking right on the shallowest part of the reef, and so.
Yep, there's a lot more reef exposed. I think the reef is going to be bare after Wednesday. Everything's going to get pulled right out of that off this big swell coming in. So our forecast looks great. It's just a little tricky. Everybody's going to just assess and get the best days for we got the team format event coming up in the next few days. We'll see how many days we can run.
Yeah, not just Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be big, but Thursday looks like it's going to be fantastic too.
Fantastic.
And hopefully Friday. I know Saturday it peaks up again, so it'd be nice to. I mean, this week, last week we had the window, but there weren't contestable surf. Wasn't contestable surf, but looks like this week it's going to be going.
Yeah, looks like after this semifinal, they'll be running the longboard as I see some longboarders getting ready, taking the lineup.
Right, looks like we've got a wave here. We'll see if our competitors are interested in this one. We've got Kainoa and Zane. Zane's turning around, taking a look. This is like a sick backdoor, or he's choosing to go left. Bottom turns. He's going to make it around this one. Does. unable to get under the curtain on that one, but he has two decent scores, so I think he'll be moving on to our final.
From the Big Island, yeah, he's taken off on some of the waves that have come through here, but never count out Mr. Kainoa McGee.
Right.
Currently cherry picking at the moment, took a massive one on the head. Not mostly characteristic by him, but he was definitely, he's nuts. He's like hanging underneath the lip, you know, none of this way outside.
There's a replay. Zane trying to get under there. Another attribute of pipeline, which you saw on that wave, is how the wave can go from double overhead to knee high.
Oh, big time. Big time. And then when the whitewater implodes, man, you're looking at something else.
But don't let that mislead you to think that there is a channel at Pipeline. There really isn't a channel here.
Nope, there isn't.
That's one.
Well, you get lucky. You know you're doing something great when you get a double barrel and you get let out into the right at gums.
Right.
You know if you get over that first one, you're good. But I've seen guys just get slugged right there, so it ain't fun.
Yeah, from years of coming here to the Backdoor Shootout and being able to have the the blessing, the opportunity to watch the wave all day long, especially when it's big.
Yeah.
You really see that, especially on those big days, there's no safe zone. Like, the waves can sometimes come from the north, from the west, from the northwest, and I've seen competitors get cleaned out in spots that you think, oh, it should be safe over there, and
yeah, and you want to just make sure when you surf a wave of danger like this, you just want to be really consistent. You don't want to waste no energy. You know what I mean? You want to just have a clean game out there. But I mean, with the crowd and all kinds of stuff, anything can happen. But consistency and awareness and always identifying danger, some main things, and always watching out for your brother and not being selfish, because surfing can be a selfish sport in competitive, it's about you want to win here and there, but in events like this, it's all brotherhood.
Right, yeah, and I think we've really improved on that. I mean, they've done a really good job, different lifeguards and such, of training all surfers, because if you have a lineup and all of them are trained to know what to do, right, then you're able to get there quickly, and we've seen many examples of that in more recent years, of fellow surfers saving the lives of individuals because they're right there on the spot and knowing what to do.
Yeah.
So getting that training is very important.
Oh, it's massive, because it only takes one dink on a link to ruin everything sometimes. You know what I mean? So you got to be aware of what you're capable of deep down inside. Are you gun-ho or are you gun-shy? Because if you're gun-shy, oh boy.
Yeah, not only our surfers and competitors who put themselves at risk, but also our camera folks, right?
Oh, big time.
Putting yourself in the impact zone is a pretty risky job, but we appreciate those that, especially at this event, we get different angles, whether it's from the drone or from in the water, or from the beach, so getting it all covered. It looks like Kainoa on this one.
Late. Beautiful. Wow.
Layback.
Right on the money. As he comes up, he's going to go for a wrap. There he goes. Thing just hit the edge.
Little head dip there, but it did the job on that one turn.
Swift took off late. He's kind of like on the lip and came down. Beautiful. As Clay Everlin is taking a look or setting himself up for the inside position.
So it looks like we'll have Zane and Kainoa making their way, advancing to the final. And it looks like we're wrapping up this heat. We're gonna be changing to a longboard division. Here's a recap replay. Kainoa McGee on this one. Here comes that schwack. Layback on that paddle. Goes for a cover up. Catches that outside rail, unfortunately, but nonetheless, be good enough to get him into the final.
Good performance, you guys. Way to open up opening day with the stand-up paddles. 2 semifinal heats in the books.
We're going to come back to you in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Aloha, gang.
There were times we hit walls of garbage that was so disgusting. You just couldn't believe, for as far as you could see in the ocean was just garbage.
I do feel like a responsibility to give back, and I always feel like that to give back to the kids, and like, you know, hopefully they could have a better ocean than I even had in the future.
Come to a beautiful beach like this, it's just like the typical Hawaiian white sand beach. You look closely and you're like, wait, that's not even sand, that's plastic.
You hear a lot of people in packaging say, well, it's a problem today, but in 10 years the recycling will be better and then this product won't be a problem. Well, it's a problem right now. I don't think we have the luxury of just waiting.
All right, aloha kakayaka kako. Good morning to everyone out there.
Good morning.
You see here, beautiful on the North Shore. This is Eukai Beach Park and Pipeline, Bonsai Pipeline. We're at the Backdoor Shootout today. Stoked to be here. Isaiah Walker and Ezra Rodriguez.
How's it, gang? Aloha.
We're gonna check out a replay of the ending of that last heat in the stand-up division. This is Zane Sains, Haula Boy. And this is so we started a
Keegan
new heat.
Edwards.
New heat of longboard division. We got some great
South Shore
longboarders.
rider,
We got
Micah DeSoto. The DeSoto family legacy going for the quick layback. These guys are definitely getting their feet in the wax and ready to slow down their 9-foot longboards. You are watching the Hawaiian modern longboarding division of the Backdoor Shootout. Thank you to Uncle Eddie and to Hui for always honoring all the disciplines here in Hawaii, huh, Isaiah?
Yeah, we're talking about celebrating diversity on the lineup and diversity in the wave riding crafts, and it is a Hawaiian thing to be able to ride a variety of different types of vehicles, whether it's a longboard, a shortboard, bodyboard, alaia, the traditional type boards. So we got a lot of cool action today, and it's not every day that you get to have the lineup at Pipe to yourself, so very cool to have that opportunity here with our stand-up surfers and our longboarders as well.
Yeah.
So we had 2 semifinal heats of the stand-up division, and we'll be having the final coming up in a little bit.
And this is the first heat of the longboard, and it looks like there's a significant amount of guys out here.
That does look kind of crowded for a heat,
6.
doesn't it?
6, yeah. I know, they honored longboarding in a few of the Pipe Masters back in the day, but Backdoor Shootout always put it on the map, And
now, Ezra, you've spent a bit of time on a longboard.
Oh yes, Quicksilver team back in the day. Had such an awesome shortboard team that I had to kind of make the transition after Andy and Bruce were looking to get their contracts. I jumped onto the longboard with the help of Dwayne.
Right.
Said you should longboard, and I fell in love with it. And I got to tour around the world with all these gentlemen. It's been amazing.
Awesome.
I know we're missing today 3-time world champion Rusty Keaulana and Mr. Dwayne DeSoto, 2010 longboard, modern Hawaiian longboard champion.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
late takeoff. You never know until you go.
Looked like Micah, maybe?
Yep. Almost lifted his nose up right at the end. As we got Keegan Edwards fading in, he's dragging hands right in the beginning. Wave's not going to offer him the barrel he's looking for, but Keegan Edwards, no stranger, loves to surf pipeline and backdoor. Good to see him back in action.
For sure.
I believe I just seen Makaha boy Kamakani Froyseth.
Oh.
The Froyseth legacy out that side. He's also out in this heat with Mananalu Chandler. I think that's him in the yellow helmet. Yeah, this kid has been absolutely charging.
So cool to see, you know, 4 to 6 foot waves coming in at pipeline. And my guess is keeping your board in one piece on a longboard at pipe is quite the challenge as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, it depends what kind of technology and stuff you're riding. I mean, longboards have gotten so much better from the 90s. You just, you know, if you didn't break your leash, you would get not even 3 feet of your tail back. And make sure you save your fins, you know. So shapers were driven nuts during those tour days in the 90s into the early 2000s, broken longboards all the time. But some of these guys they ride all different kinds of boards. Like Keegan Edwards is out there on his Harley Ingleby full carbon Thunderbolt. And I wish we could go back in time with some of these new technologies. Build a time machine. Out of wood, I just need a flux capacitor. Take me back there. Share all this technology. Big shout out to my good friend Yu Sumitomo, Thunderbolt, Firewire family. I know you guys are watching. Great day in the office watching the Backdoor Shootout, yeah?
I tell you.
My friends in the state, I hope you guys are watching. Brother Andrew, right on, you guys. Beautiful day to open up the Backdoor Shootout 2023. What do you think, Isaiah?
Yeah, I think so. It's perfect start. And I know we had some this morning when they're, you know, deciding which events to run. Saw some of the shortboarder competitors hoping that we'd pull the trigger with them today. But we've got bigger things coming in the horizon.
McCool was pumped. Said, I'm going to go home, make ready. So I was like, oh, but I just got a text, the stand-up paddle, the longboard. But, yeah, it's beautiful. As Micah and Kamakani Froyseth are splitting the peak, not getting the best of backdoor or pipe. Kamakani Froyseth will be swimming for his board. That is the younger brother of Nalu Froyseth, Wally Froyseth, good friend of Uncle Buffalo Keaulana, and amazing Makaha surfer. And this is his seeds right here.
Awesome. Yeah, Wally Froyseth, legend.
Yeah.
Now,
I know you know all about a lot of history about those guys,
and
too.
especially back then, Makaha was the spot. I mean, it still is an amazing place, of course, but that was where all these events took place. World championships were earned at Makaha.
And they would also pay homage to what we're doing now, the Duke Kahanamoku. But I also, on a lighter note right now, I'd really like to have a shout out for the Uemura family and Uncle China Uemura. We love you. And Kanoi and Kikoa, hang in there. We lost an amazing man the last 2 days. Uncle China Uemura.
Yeah, Uncle China, not just only a great surfer, but giving back to the community through his event that he'd run for so many years.
Major. Touched everybody internationally. I mean, so many people he has helped. And, you know, just in my generation, helped us to get to where we are. Me and his son's generation, and Bonga is taking care of all these guys. And
so I noticed Makana chose not to wear a leash. Now,
Yeah.
My understanding is that can be a strategy for saving your board from getting broken. Is that true?
Exactly. That leash tugs on your board a little bit wrong. You're getting less than 3 feet back. And the only thing that's worth it on the board is your fins. Fins are expensive nowadays.
Right. Yeah, because like if you have a leash, right, and you the board stays close, you pull it closer to you, which is closer to the lip. Whereas not having the leash, the board will fly away and
everybody
stay safe.
has a technique to taking their lickings, you know, on a long board. You know, even Kelly on his short boards, you know, when he's got massive whitewater heading towards him, he turns his board to the side, and right at the last second, before he penetrates around the back, lets the board go so your board doesn't get the full restraint and tombstoning as it does. Once your board goes underwater, floats up to the surface and tombstones, it's easy for it to break. I see the champion from last year, Kaniala Stewart, just showed up. He also borrowed the kid in the yellow helmet's board. You remember that? He broke his board and went up on the beach, asked nicely for an extra board. Mama Coral came in clutch. Mana Nalu's mom gave him the yellow board, and he went out there and won his backdoor shootout. Amazing feat that is.
Yeah.
I know we're missing an amazing legend, Bunga Perkins. You know, when you think about longboarding, modern Hawaiian longboarding, progression, you think about Bunga. To us as young kids, he was like the Kelly Slater of longboarding, you know. And he's also living up in, you know, up in the Big Island in Kona. Just started his BP Board Co. Go check him out. And doing big things, Mr. Bunga Perkins. I'm sure you're watching. How you, brother?
Aloha.
Yeah. Miss you and Rusty not being here. You guys are absolute legacies to so many generations that we followed under you guys. You guys taught us so much.
Yeah, I remember, actually, Bonga is my age. I remember surfing with him when I was young. And one year there was a state championship, and it was at Queens. And I didn't realize how good he was at everything. Like, he finaled in every, like, bodyboarding too.
Yeah. Oh, he was a pro bodyboarder before he was the wall rat of all wall rats.
So, like, basically, he could have won the longboard, bodyboard, shortboard, all 3 divisions. So, a lot of talent.
I really liked going out when, you know, when we'd sneak out of Baby Queens as kids, we'd all go out there when he'd bring out his shortboard. Bunga was a really good shortboarder too. I mean, he really, like, I have a lot of, like, you know, as a surfer, you have things ingrained in your head from your uncles and legends that you admire. Like, I have a few waves and turns, and they're on a shortboard. The guy lays it down. Here we go, the young buck, Mana Nalu. Oh, beautiful technique, but a little greedy on the grab. But this guy, whoo-wee, I'm excited for this guy. Kanoa, it was his birthday Saturday. He made 5-0.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations. I know he works on 5-0, but he made the 5-0, the big 50. I didn't even know he was that much older than us, man. This guy on tour, Porto Escondido, doesn't even look at it. Out there, 15-foot barrels. People were scared. Guys, like, look at him. He's going to whip around right there, but no, he's going to let Keegan have it. Keegan drops down on his Harley Ingleby Thunderbolt.
Well, Ezra, I love that you try to say that I'm part of your generation, but I make the 5-0 this year, 2023.
You do?
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well, you and solid brother, man. Good to see you. And you know, awesome. If you guys don't know, this guy's well educated, but this guy, his whole family, these guys all lay it down on rail. Isaiah Walker rips. That's why you're up here commentating, educating us, play for play. What a great lineup with 6 guys. It looks a little bit crowded out there, but these guys are all going to cherry pick.
It's like a wave here.
I know paddlers. That paddle. That's a DeSoto paddle. He's going to get into the back door. Beautiful. And his mistake was letting out his nose towards the beach. That would have been a great score for Micah. Yeah, Pat Fukuda from Maui. So good to see this brother. That was one of the I was telling you when I used to fly up to Maui with Noah Shimabukuro. I used to meet these amazing kids over at the Oli event at Laniopoko. Pat Fukuda, Hawaii Fire Department. Out the back with him is Kamakani Froiseth from Makaha. He's also City and County Makaha lifeguard, one of the best at it.
Yep, Kamakani.
How's this off the wall waves coming in?
There's Makani grabbing the rail.
Oh, beautiful. He got some hood time. Cuts back.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice flick back into the whitewater. Mr. Dahlin. Just turned 50. Guy absolutely shreds. They had a surprise birthday for him down at Haleiwa. So I didn't want to tell him too much when I seen him out at Chun's on Saturday. I didn't want to tell him happy birthday. He'd be like, how does Ezra know it's my birthday today? So Zaz is on the beach watching her man.
Talamai said Makana for his Makani, Kamakani for his.
Kamakani, yeah.
So in Hawaiian, Kamakani is the wind. So.
Well, he better not make it windy because it's perfect right now.
It's interesting. Here we go. Replay here. And this was that one of Micah. You said pointed toward the beach. Boom. The lip just clipped his board.
Kid is big and strong. He could have pulled his nose up in. This guy had a great showing at Melvin's Waterman Championship.
Oh, Melpu.
Yeah, he made it into the semis, I believe.
Yeah, Makani. We like the wind to be nice and light here, and ideally get the light trade winds. I know we got a little bit of variables today. We'll see how it pans out for the rest of the day.
Oh, look at underneath the hood. Kamakani Froiseth, but boom, Keegan Edwards gets it. He's going to go pull up into this cone. It's the kind of wave he really needed to pig dog it to get underneath the hood. But Keegan Edwards putting on a good show. You never know until you go. You got to do a little bit of shopping at Pipeline. You can't just sit there. You freeze up. And this kid out there in the yellow helmet, Mr. Chandler, he, you know, just him and his whole crew. I mean, this is going to be the new generation watching him, his older brother, and, you know, Kalada Soto and that whole little gang over there at the Chandler house, man. They've been really just absorbing knowledge. And
check this out. He's looking at this backdoor wave.
Oh, let's go.
Mananalu stalling. Come on.
Kanoa Dahlin, let him go.
Pulls
awesome.
in.
Here
Come
he
out,
goes.
Come out.
Oh. Ooh, the lip grabbed his helmet, and he was still hanging on as it sheared over his helmet. Just dropped him down into the belly.
So, a lot of yellow there. I like it.
I do
yellow
too.
Yellow helmet, yellow board.
I do too, and I know, you know, out of all my long-borrowed brothers, they're definitely looking at this kid knowing that he's going to go right under the hood, two-stroke.
Not only is it good for fashion, I guess, his colors, but also for safety, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
See that bright yellow.
I wonder if mom and dad put them in the bright colors. I mean, these guys must drive mom and dad nuts when it's firing. Can you imagine?
Let's keep an eye
just
on them.
like, oh, okay.
Know where they are at all times.
Oh, wow, we got some beautiful lines kind of hooking in a little bit towards the
yellow's our safety color in Hawaii, too, which is interesting because I didn't realize, you know, Hawaii is unique that all of our fire trucks are yellow. Yes, they're usually red everywhere.
I grew up on one.
So we like yellow in Hawaii. It's actually a color of the li'i, color of the hui, too.
Yes, it is.
Yellow and red.
Yeah, I was going to ask you more detail about that. I remember riding on the fire truck till,
Oh my
Kanoa
goodness.
Dahlin
Get it.
into the meat. Straight pipe, thing lit it off just a little bit. It didn't totally, the lip didn't extend out as much as you'd like. But what a great vision. And awesome technique by our...
Oh, he's lucky his board didn't go too far. Able to swim to it.
I wonder, is he wearing a leash, Isaiah? I wonder.
Probably
or he
not.
just held it.
Look at this one. Got a back door. Is that Keegan? Packing
Yeah,
it.
Keegan packing it as Micah DeSoto coming off the left, not liking what he sees. And Keegan, beautiful backdoor packer.
It's another one. Stalling here. Pulls into this backdoor wave.
Ooh. You never know. You find a doggy door on there, you put a score, and you will move on. Here we go, Mr. Froyseth.
Oh,
nice technique.
Come on.
Little bit too deep. As these things are, you know, really nice and clean, you know, 4 to 6 feet, but there is a pinch on the end at pipe.
Yep.
Yep, these guys are making it look good. I hope they drank their Monster Energy this morning. Here we go. Michael Boy DeSoto.
Oh.
So deep. Side slip boogie.
Woo. Those are the ones that hurt.
Oh, those are the ones that hurt. And his Vercelli shaped longboard looks to be intact. Good stuff. You know, when this kid is your son, you know, he breaks a lot of boards, you know.
It's expensive, right? I know.
Dwayne DeSoto put a lot of time and money, and Michael Boy's been making us proud. Always hard charger. Surfs really good on the nose, off the tail. Really like to see this guy cherry pick a real good one. Because this guy's ready to pump down backdoor. He's got a great backside style.
Got a replay here. This was Keegan. Little too deep behind on that one, but went for it. And then Michael went left on that one. Trying to stall. Just a quick up and out.
Yeah, and this is
Here's
the one
the
from
one.
earlier. Oh, a little bit earlier he would have done that pump, but he was like 5 yards behind the takeoff spot. But the kid is not scared, let me tell you. Hey, and thank you to the family at Keiki Bungalows. Keiki Beach down there, that place. You ever play in the shore break over there in front of the bungalows? Or is that
It's not very
your thing?
fun, not very friendly play over there.
You see those guys do their thing right there. That's a slap in the sand. That ain't, you know, that's a way bigger slap than Sandy Beach will offer you.
Oh, man, yeah. Clark Little has kind of made it famous with all his shots.
I love
there.
watching that, and JOB's crew. I mean, they make it, they're just laughing.
Yeah, actually, my sister got married there right at those bungalows years ago. And
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Oh, I love Sunshine and that family. Yep, Topping family, aloha.
And that was, I mean, nobody used to really surf there much or bodyboarded or anything, but now it's sort of like a, I don't know, like a thing to try and survive.
Yeah.
That shore break's heavy.
It is heavy. As these guys got a little bit of an intermission, they're going to pack up outside of sit on pipeline.
Oh, Mana just chucked his helmet off. So Mana, we talked a lot about Mana at the opening ceremonies. Those of you unfamiliar with the word Mana, Mana is a kind of a, it's hard to translate, I guess, like power, but it's also kind of like a spiritual power. Maybe like Star Wars, the Force.
Ah, may the Force be with you.
Yeah,
Oh, big time.
May the Mana be with you. Actually, it is a lot like that in this, the concept that you can also, your Mana can also, you can, it's like a bank account you can put into it, and that Mana can grow. Or it can be taken away.
I wonder even, you know, George Lucas was so deep with making Star Wars and the Force and stuff. I wonder if he took a little bit from
some of that
here.
maybe.
Yeah, because he definitely studied up on a lot of things.
Yeah, that concept of Mana is basically you're able to inherit and to grow your Mana by doing various things, by being brave, heroic, and doing things like surfing. So in the opening ceremony, Lanakila talked to the surfers, the competitors, about how the ocean was a place of mana. It's where, you know, Kanaloa, the god of the ocean, resided, and you could harness that mana while riding it.
Yeah.
Right? Then I thought it was really cool that he talked
I
about.
enjoyed him. He made everybody participate. Like, you're not just here spectating, brother.
Yeah,
you're gonna watch. You're gonna be a part of this thing. Yeah.
And then he was able to articulate pretty nicely about how even chiefs of old, when they went out to surf, and their mana would grow from being courageous and riding waves and being in the realm of Kanaloa. But then, you know, there's a second part to it, the kuleana, or what do you do with that? Your stewardship with that mana. How do you use that power to, or are you going to use it to help your community? And I thought that was really kind of cool, a reminder to our surfers, like, you know, it isn't just a selfish thing. What do you do with that mana that you earn from Kanaloa? Here's a wave
You're letting
of
him
mana.
go.
Mana on a wave of mana.
Yeah. Seems to be he's got priority around his elders. They're like, watch this boy go. Look at him go to this inside track.
Pull it.
Boom ski. He's going to come out of this one as the thing regurgitates all over the back of his helmet.
Nice.
Mana Nalu.
Yeah, so that name Mana and Nalu. So there's two parts to his name, right? Mana Nalu. Nalu is the wave. So the power of the waves. Kind of interesting how his name really encapsulates the message of the opening ceremony of the mana from the Nalu that you inherit. And what do you do with that mana? And Lanakila encouraged all of our competitors to use that mana like our chiefs of old, to bring it to shore, to do good things, to help the community and to be part, to do good things with your family and be able to share that mana.
And, you know, because of that wave, he's definitely got a really in and out on his score line. So that's going to definitely put him in the top 3 right now.
There's a replay of it. He waited a bit. He was patient for this. Got the Spartan helmet on, stalling there. By the time he got the gums, then he's like, there's the section. Stalls, drags the leg. Able to get in the barrel.
So they're looking at like scores of 2.5s to move up. Kamakani Froyseth and Micah DeSoto in the 5th and 4th position currently. As Keegan is up in the 2nd position, I believe, and Mana Nalu is in the 3rd position. So, wow, look at that Salton Air drone footage. They're definitely, they don't look that separated from live view off the Volcom House balcony, but drone footage, there's definitely some space between them. Okay. As I just got a beautiful whiff of the ocean.
Right.
Just now. And sets approaching off the wall as our longboard division. This is the first heat. 3rd heat of the event, as we started up Isaiah this morning with the stand-up paddle, and these guys did not fool around. That was an entertaining first heat for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Kai Lenny and Zane Schweitzer and quite a few. Pomaiho Pili, Riggs Napoleon. A lot of great performances.
Great showing from Riggs and Pomai. Those guys took off on some nailers. Also, Bullet Obra has been in our thoughts as he took off on a beautiful wave in the beginning, and hoping for the best for that brother.
Yeah, it must
Didn't
have been
get to
that
finish
one
the
that,
heat.
like, was kind of a late one.
Yep.
Yeah, as we saw the Hawaiian Water Patrol go to his aid, and unfortunately he was carried off the beach. But Bullet's tough, our Hilo boys.
Hilo boys. I met him up there in Waikoloa. I was laying marble and tile down at, it's that place next to the airport, that beautiful property by A-Bay.
Oh, okay. Waikoloa?
No, down at A-Bay, the surf break. I was laying some tile in those houses down there, and I got to meet him. Got to surf a few great sessions with him too.
Well, little pause here. The ocean taking a break, and we have our second heat, heat number 2 on board, sitting there on the side, waiting for their turn to get out there. And you can see the Afro from here. Looks like Cornelia Stewart is in this next heat.
He'll be coming up next, the champion of last year.
Looks like the countdown. There's your horn. That's the end to longboard semifinal heat number 1.
All right.
Going over to semifinal heat number 2. It's like Mana in first, Keegan in second. Did you hear it was in third?
Yep, I just heard that.
I didn't hear what the third was. Sorry about that. But
I think it's Kamakani.
all right, so we'll take a recap of that heat. Brought to you by Salt and Air Studios.
Yep, thank you, Keiki Beach Bungalows. This year's headline sponsor. Mahalo, mahalo. Defend Hawaii in the house. If you guys want to get your shirts and merchandise early, because this stuff will run out, go check them out at defendhawaii.com. Hui hats. Their amazing shirt this year, their hoodies.
All right, so we're going to take a break in between these two longboard heats. Don't go anywhere. And for next heat.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the Hawaiian Islands this weekend. 20 to 60-foot faces and exposed spots.
Good morning, gang. Welcome back to the 2023 Backdoor Shootout opening day of this amazing forecast of massive surf. We are into the second heat of longboarding. We ran the stand-up in the beginning, 2 semifinal heats, and 1 semifinal heat of the longboard, and we're into the second semifinal. My name is Ezra Rodriguez. Joining me is Professor Isaiah Walker. Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Aloha. Yeah, we're in the heat number 2 of the longboard, and some great waves on offer. About 4 to 6 feet, pretty glassy, and a lot of action in the water so far today. We started off with, as you said, the stand-up division, and just got word back of Bullet Obra. So apparently he did have a head injury, and but he's okay. So
Okay.
he's conscious, and he was talking. But he did have a puka or
On his head.
a cut on his head
From
pretty
that
bad
last wave
from
we
that.
watched.
And so they took him off to the hospital, but they said he's all right.
Oh, I'm
just
so-
probably gonna need some stitches.
Okay. Oh, that was scary. I watched your eyes look over the balcony because I can't see over the balcony. I seen your eyes. You seen him on a stretcher. I was like, oh boy. Please, not today. That's why.
Our Hawaiian Water Patrol was on it.
On it. Uncle
what-
Terry and his men, the best of the best.
That's why helmets are often worn here at Pipeline. And it's nice to see, especially with our younger kids like Mananalu. We saw him in the previous heat that he was wearing a helmet, and it's nice that it's more and more people are wearing those, because that's what gets you at Pipeline.
Yeah.
A head injury, because the reef is so shallow, and also the contours of the bottom. My good friend Cliff Capono has done these.
Oh, love Cliff.
Yeah, where they've mapped
Good
the
surfer.
reefs, and by mapping the reef at Pipeline, you can see just all of the various contours and caves, and so
Cliff never hit the reef though, right?
No,
he just mapped out the reef.
mapping
Okay.
the reef with their technology over there at the Mega Lab in Hilo. Really cool stuff. They've even gone and mapped different reefs in Fiji and elsewhere around the world, and so mapping the reef here at Pipeline, you're able to see the various contours. But apparently those contours are what make the wave barrel like it does.
Yep.
But also very dangerous for hitting the reef.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful shot. Here we go, knifing in. I believe this is Makamai de Soto. No, Pomai. Pomai, beautiful, right through as this guy just opened up the backdoor shootout on his stand-up paddle. And these guys were charging. Kaniala Stewart, beautiful. As he gets clamped right on the end, he's knowing that these little A-frame bowls are going to offer up some tube time. So, if you can't get a long barrel, but you can kind of get underneath one of these A-frames, that might be the call of duty today. As that last surfer with the golden afro is your last year's champion. And I believe he chose to be riding his Thunderbolt Kai Salas surfboard. Not sure if it was a single fin. I didn't get to see him walk out, as we got paddlers right here, Isaiah.
It's a sick one.
Super sick one. But Mr. McGee, that was on his...
Kainoa's in two
Yeah.
divisions.
Yes, he is. He's busy because we've been hearing our brother that's usually sitting in the booth. He is running
The
the beach
commentator,
announcer,
yeah.
and he's killing it. It ain't an easy job.
Yeah, look at Rocky over there. He's rocking
Yeah.
a mullet.
He's killing it, I know. Good to see him. So Kainoa McGee getting his feet in the wax, a little bit over the handlebars. He's riding his Thunderbolt technology by TJ. Taylor Jensen. All these guys were all brothers, all longboarders. So good equipment choice by some of these guys. They're riding their strong carbon boards. And you got legendary world champion out there, one of my favorites, Dino Miranda. Here we go.
Oh, classic.
Artist, father, world champion, guys shortboards, unreal. Used to do a lot of the sunset comps back in the day.
Dino Miranda.
Yeah, Dino Miranda, residing in Maui now. Brought his beautiful family, and want to shout out to his son, Kaniala Miranda. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, look at this one.
Who is this? Beautiful
This
wave.
is Pomai, I
Oh
think.
my.
Little soul arch there. Not quite as deep as he wanted to be, but also
Yeah, but-
still a sick stand-up
Guy's got so much style,
style.
Kanaka Heinalu. Just watching him grab rail, doing that nice cut on his Alaya this morning, I was just light bulbs like, whoa, this guy's gonna have a heat one year at the backdoor shootout expression session. Here we
Somebody
go.
taking a look here. Kaniala,
Stewart,
late drop.
nice and late, lifted his nose right at the end. I kind of think Kaniala's a smart surfer. I kind of think that he thought maybe he should have just pig dogged off the takeoff. butt in the water, knee in the water, he would have got barreled on that one. Instead, he chose to drop down, and some of these A-frames, they don't have enough time to drop down, straight down.
Right.
Thank you to Keiki Beach Bungalows, always coming in clutch, and to Monster Energy, always fueling the events around Hawaii. Why drink something that'll give you brittle little wings when you can stay in battle and smash like a monster? Monster Energy. Thank you to
We have
Kona
another.
Brew.
Yikes! We have another injury here.
What did you see, Isaiah?
Right here on the beach, looks like Makamai de Soto.
Nope, that's Kamakani Froiseth. Oh no, that is
They're carrying him up.
Kai Salas.
No,
Miss.
it's Makamai. He's all right. He's walking.
Yeah. That is Makamai. Sorry, blue board threw me off. I didn't see that new blue board of Makamai's yet. Makamai, excellent surfer. I hear from all our shortboard brothers. Oh, brother Makamai the other day got a huge one. So Makamai, no stranger to good pipeline. Also just got runner-up to Phil Rasman at the Waterman Championships out at Uncle Mel's. So he put on a great show. Glad to see him back. The young man definitely has some slight injuries, lower back and his knee. But the guy's hardcore out here surfing pipe. Hopefully he didn't re-injure it.
Great drone shot here of the lineup.
Wow, look how clean it is still, Isaiah. So 6-man heats.
Beautiful.
And I'll tell you our list of longboarders. And this is all of them, not just in this heat. Keegan Edwards, Micah DeSoto, Kanoa Dahlin, Mana Nalu Chandler, Makani Froiseth, and here we go.
Oh, beautiful one.
my.
Oh my, in the barrel.
That is
Come on.
textbook legit.
Oh, he comes out body surfing. Oh, grab your board, Hano.
Oh man, I want this guy to make a make. He's got so much knifey classic style, great technique.
I tell
He's
you
on his
what,
way.
though, at the backdoor shootout,
Yeah.
I guarantee you they will count that one.
Oh, that's beautiful. It was beautiful. That's why.
I mean, sometimes, you know, in some of these other events, they get real technical. Like, well, he didn't
Yep.
exactly ride out. Brother came out body surfing.
No, I know. I
Count
thought
'em.
today that's that's one of the purest forms
There we
of.
go. Pulls in
Nalu.
deep, comes out, body surf, almost gets speared by his board.
Ah, you know what happened there? You know, the thing was flying left so fast, the foam monster actually came out before the spit, grabbed his fins, and just flipped him over. But man, ever since the event started today, on his stand-up, he was just taking missiles. So,
Oh my. Oh my, the whole Peelies, man.
yeah,
Still residing on the North Shore.
love it.
It isn't easy to do these days as Hawaiians, trying to survive on rising costs of living and housing prices, especially over here on the North Shore. But good to see our Hawaiian families like the whole Peelies.
Oh yeah. He keeps it real. I just seen him and Ha'aheo, you know, they were doing the long distance, the last event of the season too. They do it all.
Actually, I was surfing a couple weeks ago down the coast a little
Yep.
from here, and
Don't give anybody those
give 'em away.
coordinates.
coordinates. And out of nowhere, I was sitting out there surfing. I see Pomai show up on a one-man OC, you know, outrigger one-man, and starts catching the waves with us. And then he goes, takes a break, and he hooks like 3 omilus. The omilu is like a what do you call it? Trevally, giant trevally, but hooked him up in the middle of his surf on a canoe, paddle back out. It's like, I'm gonna go home and eat these fish. See you later. You like one, Isaiah? Like, oh, mahalo. I don't know what I'll do with the fish right here, but
He's classic. Here he goes again.
split peak.
Fades, knifes it. He's gonna break through this one. Go for a nice longboard cutback. Can he get a bonus section on the inside? And that was world champion Dino Miranda splitting it with him. Dino chose to go to the back door. So good stuff. Look at them leaving the last year's champ out the back. Kaniala Stewart looking at a meaty back door. Let's see if everything connects with him beautifully, because that's what surfing all about, is making that connection with the ocean. Beautiful pump on his Thunderbolt by Kai Solis Surf Co. And he comes out. He'd want to slow it down more, but that was just beautiful. Good job by Kaniala Stewart. And yep, he is riding his single fin Mango Jam. Thunderbolt Firewire surfboards, and I believe he's riding his Flying Diamonds fin. So good stuff by him. And man, we got an exciting forecast for you, you know. We're sitting in the house with the Vans Pipe Master. Balaram Stack is here. And thanks Volcom for putting us up again today. Brought a Ty Van Dyke, Kaimana Henry.
As a replay, just a smaller one that he's just keeping busy.
Yeah.
Is keeping busy.
Good stuff.
That was the backdoor wave of Dino Miranda, former world champ.
Yeah, and this guy can get real deep, but these guys are just, they got some time on the board.
There's Kaniela. Love how he moves up on the nose while he's in the barrel. Little
Mid-board.
cover up. You can see some of those pukas in the reef I was talking about earlier. Holy smokes, live
Wow.
action. Oh my.
Okay, this guy is getting some amazing waves and amazing water time. He is just surfing.
He's getting all the waves, actually.
Yeah, no. Here we go, brother Dino. Trying to see what he's riding as that thing just foam balled over his head. Not the greatest place to be in there with a 9-foot longboarder, but Dino taught us a lot of stuff. So these guys can credit card their longboards and get under significant amounts of barely waves and whitewater, but there is a point in longboarding where it's time to throw the board. You know what I mean? Or you're gonna break it. So we got another Pomaya here is in first. Kainoa McGee on his Taylor Jensen. TJ Pro, beautiful vertical cut back into the whitewater. Big brother wanted more barrel, but I can tell this guy loves to tail surf too. Mr. McGee.
I wonder what the average age in this heat is, because these brothers are older than me, and they're killing it.
Yeah. Hey, that's
Especially
why I moved
Dino
over to
Miranda.
longboard at a young age. You just forever grom on the longboard.
I mean, it's kind of cool. You think about it. Have a heat where Dino Miranda and Kaniela Stewart surfing against each other.
Yeah,
that's
that is a rarity. Yeah,
generations in between them.
that is. And getting raised at Waikiki, watching Dino, Bonga, and all these guys do their thing. Kaniala's going through the same thing.
See those? You can see in the wave from the drone angle, those holes in the reef they were talking
Look
about
at that
earlier.
full rail cut back,
That was sick.
whitewater rebound. Pomai again.
Live action.
Beautiful. He is just beautifully hands behind the back. I'm digging it, dude. This guy.
He's like, I love you, brothers, but this is my home
I'm
spot.
surfing. No, he's just having fun too, and just taking from the Duke and paying homage to such an amazing brother. And today, Uncle China Uemura is with us. He's always supported Uncle Eddie and the Hui O'He'e Nalu. To the Uemura family out there, love you guys. Thinking of you guys. You guys out there, say a big prayer for Uncle China. He's up there with the greats.
a shot of Kaniela and Ha'a Hill Foster. I think that's Ha'a right there.
And like I was saying, I was excited about earlier. That was Ha'a Hill. Foster Bloomfield is also in this heat.
Yeah.
That's him, I believe, taking a paddle on screen here, looking at Kane. Kane's trying to go deeper.
Split peak.
They're going to split the peak.
Both of them out. Ha'a's family.
Yeah.
They've been doing great service to the community with Menehune, the at Haliva, the event that they have there.
That's where it happens.
That's where it happens, right there at Haliva. The kids have been doing that for a long time. Ivy, been doing great work out there.
Yeah, and she's over there on our judges' scaffold.
It's a replay of that split peak. Ha'a Hill. Unfortunately, that one kind of clamped on him.
I was wondering, if the kind wasn't forcing him towards pipeline so much, was that a makeable backdoor wave?
Ha'a Hill, also a graduate of Kamehameha Schools, Kapaa Lama.
Yeah, good for him. Looks like he's on a fresh board made by his uncle Bunga. I'm not too sure, but that looks like that.
Kind of cool, actually, to the Foster, Bloomfield, Ohana, and also to Pomai's family. Appreciate their commitment to the Hawaiian Immersion Program. So their kids, these families have been in the Hawaiian Immersion Program, and big commitment. A lot of them would take the drive all the way to Haula Elementary School. So our families have overlapped there because my kids also went to the same school. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's weird how,
this Bloomfield, same as Honolulu, they're all related.
Yep.
Along with, Kolohe. Bloomfield was an amazing surfer when I was a little kid, watching him at the Billabong Sunset. Her dad rips.
Ivy and Kolohe are cousins.
Gotcha.
And the Hawaiian Immersion Program in Haula. And there's many Hawaiian Immersion programs all over, but cool that these families are committed not
Big
only
time.
to their culture surfing, but also to language and other things.
Just like yours, like your nieces, stuff.
Yeah, and actually, Ha'a was in this heat. I had an opportunity. I was a surf team coach for the high school at Kamehameha Schools for several years, and so he was a part of that team. So
Kamehameha is a hard school to beat in the Hasa, the high school.
Right.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, we actually.
So you
won
guys had
states many times,
Yep.
but it was cool. We also won the national championships at NSSA in California 2 years in a row. We had
what great
Kayla Moore,
Yeah.
Carissa's younger sister, was on the team. Imai Kalani DeVault, who's
That's right.
champion surfer.
But you
today.
guys all gave back. I mean, you had guys like you, Jason Shibata, Daniel Ikaika Ita. I mean, there's like a lot of great
Yeah, Dwayne DeSoto.
crew. Look
part
at
of it.
this guy again. I'm loving it. This guy is like just having a pipe session. This is what surfing's all about. I don't even think he knows he's at the backdoor shootout. He's just doing what he loves. Pomai putting on a clinical.
Right on. Yeah, Pomai. He's catching that's like his 20th wave, I think. But we're talking
No,
about
I mean, I
earlier.
wish he was mic'd up. I said, okay, now, let's sit and wait for the back door. You seen what Zane Schweitzer got on his stand-up paddle? I know Pomai would pig dog one like that. Kapoof.
I don't actually. Is he in the final for the stand-up?
Ooh, that's a good question because he's going to have to switcheroo because there's 3 guys paddling out, and I believe that's what we're running next.
There's Pomai.
Opening day, backdoor shootout 2023. This guy has, just from watching him free surf this morning, has caught 12 dozen beautiful waves. And that's what it's all about.
Oh, is this Kaniela?
Kaniala. Beautiful
Oh,
technique,
come on.
Isaiah.
Come out.
Beautiful technique.
Oh,
That style wave got him the win last year, remember?
I remember that.
So many people were sitting around shopping, and like I said, you don't want to stay frozen, you know what I mean? When you're a frothy ground and you find that and you paddle around, I'm not saying it's the best thing to do all the time because sometimes you paddle away from a brilliant
best waves,
situation. you know, but
The replay of that.
beautiful.
Dragging. Going up high. He was in there for a while. Looked like he was going to come out, and then, oh.
You know, he was coming out and he just got bobulated, but I've seen this kid hang on, bro. The guy can land some rodeo rides. So look at this. Splicing in, not going.
Well, his board came out of the barrel. Maybe that's a half make or something.
A half make. And then, yeah, you guys stay tuned with us throughout the week. We got legends coming up. We got the champ coming up in the team event and the main event, the backdoor shootout. Mr. Mason Ho, surfing on team Snapped 5. He won last year's huge prize purse, Mr. Mason. And we also got an amazing judging panel for you guys this year.
Were you able to watch that movie, Through the Doggy Door? Came out recently?
I didn't, but you know, I was always a big fan of Sheldon, and we all took turns helping him out. I sponsored him for No Rep board shorts before Rip Curl got him, and I just love that kid. You know, I know his story. I heard it's great, the movie.
Yeah, you got to watch that film. It's sick. I was able to watch it a couple of times. I was also fortunate enough to be in the film.
Yes, yeah, you have a few interviews in there. That's awesome.
But you know, I've actually done several different documentaries, and that was one of my favorites, actually.
It was neat. It was well made. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that.
I mean, one thing, especially if you're from Hawaii or if you're from the west side. Oh, here we go.
McGee, hard off the bottom. Oh, what a beautiful stall. Taking one, like I said, like, you know, Tom Carroll, come off the bottom, crank it underneath the hood, get a nice lip job over his head. Kainoa McGee looking for something like that as he's going to get a Hawaiian Water Patrol ski lift back out to the peak.
Yeah, but check out that film, Through the Doggy Door. One thing I really like about it, and I'm curious how, like, mainland audiences would receive it.
Did you go up around with Sheldon and Mason to all the red carpet
I didn't go
films?
to all of them. They toured in California and stuff, but I did go, which was classic. I went home to Hilo, the Palace Theater, with a bunch of my boys that I grew up with, and we went and saw it there, and Sheldon was there. I went to the showing in Kapolei where they kind of had, like, you know, the Hawaii Film Festival, right?
Yep.
So this is part of the Hawaii Film Festival.
Yeah, I seen you there. I seen you in a few pictures.
So it was really cool to see, but it has a real authenticity about it, as far as, like, locally, you know.
Well, Sheldon's like that. Oh, who was that? That was beautiful.
So, you know, because they interview some, you know, like the real brothers down at the beach, you know, like Mukani Croesus.
Here's our guy.
Oh, yeah. On wave number 327.
Just gromming out. Just beautiful pipeline surfing by Pomai.
Oh, the high five from
the high five. They're like, brother, you just having a blast. Oh, he's just going to go all the way to Gums. Like I said, you know, I've watched him just get out to the back of 12-foot Point Makaha and then catch one in and then paddle by me and Russ, just heading back out to the point. So, Pomai ready to go any size. Wants it bigger, the better, I reckon. Yeah, so Sheldon, full-on character, him and Mason, and amazingly made. I mean, that's what I thought about Carissa Moore's. You know, they just went a little different than the regular surf film. It was really entertaining.
Yeah, I think that, again, that film, Through the Doggy Door, check it out. Alani Media, and also, like, I mean, Mason Ho puts a lot of work into these film projects. I didn't realize that, but, like, he really, like, most of the films that he puts out online, he does those himself.
Yeah, he's got some director in him.
Which is kind of interesting because he has this real nonchalant, laid back, kind of like, you know, surfer dude sort of vibe about him, but he's actually very intelligent.
Connie, clean one. exactly like the kind of one that got him the win last year. So this is longboard semifinal 2. Kaniala Stewart got some in and outs already as world champion. Dina Miranda touched down on the beach.
Was that before the? Oh, yep, 30 seconds left. So that wave will count for him. It'll probably help him out quite a bit in that for that wave. But yeah, really cool film. A lot of authenticity to it. You can see a lot of Mason's, input in there, and they took a long time to do it too. Like,
I know. There was like a long pause, but they just they kept adding
I think
material.
they were just sort of following Sheldon as his career developed, and so really cool film. But yeah, Mason Ho is in this event, and many others. I mean,
I wonder if Sheldon's on any of these teams. But
hopefully.
yeah, West Side Raw Wild West.
Oh, countdown! Somebody's paddling. Count it. Stand up.
Oh, right at the buzzer. Ha'a Hale.
Yeah,
wanted to see more of Ha'a. Amazing surfer. Surfs really well, but his brother, Paul Mai, was just like, bro, you going? Okay, I'll go in again. Just awesome, all by himself. There's never any hassle with these guys.
So Paul Mai, here he is. Makes it into the final. Paul Mai along with Dino Miranda and Kaniela Stewart advancing on. So here's a recap of that heat.
I know McGee. Nice
Love
small
that.
barrel with full wrap.
Love that turn.
Loving his full carbon.
Here's a guy that seemed to be catching every wave. Paul Mai Ho'opili. And here we have this one, Kaniela, advancing into the final with this wave here.
Yes, he had about 3 of them. 3 good ones, 1 no make.
Is the last one he had just before the heat ended. Got some good travel tube time. Flick of the hair.
Beautiful.
Always. Buttons, Kaluhi Okalani.
Steezed out buttons, yeah. Good stuff from Paul Mai. Gotta watch out for this guy. This guy's ready to paddle into any.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the White Islands this weekend. We need a 60-foot face at an exposed spot.
There were times we hit walls of garbage that was so disgusting. You just couldn't believe as far as you could see in the ocean was just garbage.
I do feel like a responsibility to give back, and I always feel like that to give back to the kids, and like, hopefully they could have a better ocean than I even had in the future.
Come to a beautiful beach like this, it's just like the typical Hawaiian white sand beach. You look closely and you're like, wait, that's not even sand, that's plastic.
You hear a lot of people in packaging say, well, it's a problem today, but in 10 years the recycling will be better and then this product won't be a problem. Well, it's a problem right now. I don't think we have the luxury of just waiting.
Honolulu. I like this wave, and I was like, bro, I love Honolulu. Just coming from Oahu. You know what I mean? I'm like, Rivermouth. This is so cool.
Yep.
And it was good. Did you guys all go after Sheldon's and just have a reunion surf?
Yeah.
Everybody just take to Honolulu, starstruck, everyone out there.
Yeah. Try not to shout out too much. My brother's gonna get upset if I talk about the waves in Hilo too much.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. No, not those
No,
kind of
no.
waves. I know those other spots, yeah.
But yeah, loving it.
But, everybody knows where Honolulu is. It's not like no thing, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Actually, something crazy about Big Island is that how many waves have no longer exist that we used to.
Right.
We grew up surfing. So, and
for instance,
Madame
Kalapana.
Pele,
I wanted to ask about that because
Yeah.
it almost looks like you can see the waves to the left side, like just caught everything. That was you guys' sandy beach cruise spot. I heard everybody went down Kalapana on a Saturday, Sunday. I mean,
Kalapana, it wasn't just one break either. So you had about 5 or 6 breaks actually in Kalapana. You had a spot called Canoes. You had Drain Pipe, which was basically the sunset
of it.
beach of Big Island.
Wow.
It was a lot like Sunset actually. And you had Kaimu and then Left Point and all these breaks that we surfed.
oh,
There we go.
Your friend Zane
Oh,
Sains.
Zane, getting
Beautiful.
shot. Come on, Zane.
Oh man, if he made it out of that one, what a great start to the final is. Look at our hard worker out here, Kainoa McGee, trudging back out.
my
Boom,
goodness.
on again.
Kai Lenny up and riding on this left here at Pipe, doing a couple turns. Shoot.
Nice
Zane.
whitewater rebound, all steezed out as he tapped that thing. Guy tail surfs his stand-up Formula One looking stand-up paddleboard very well. All kinds of technique in stand-up paddling, monkey see, monkey do nowadays with, human cattle. Everybody wants to do it, but it's good to get a little bit of knowledge about it.
Oh, got a rider.
Oh, there
up
we
here.
go. Zane Schweitzer. Beautiful in and out. Going to be marked up on his scorecard for the beginning of the heat.
Do you know where Zane is from, Schweitzer?
I want to say Maui, but
Okay.
I'm not too sure. I spent a good amount of time with him at the Dukes Fest this year.
Right.
And he's an amazing foiler as well.
Oh.
Slash surfs pipe on his shortboard. And wow, that's Riggs Napoleon.
Oh, Riggs made it.
So he made it.
Maybe they took top 3.
Yep. You are definitely correct. So 6 guys total out in the lineup. Schweitzer. Beautiful pump. Yeah, just under the hood. Love Rocky. How did he get back out there so fast?
Caught the first and the last wave of that set. Oh, this is live action.
Who's this, Isaiah? This is Clay Everline, I believe so. Here he goes.
Try to get the pig dog right
Flying all the way through into gums. I believe this guy has done it last year as well. So this is your stand-up final. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2023 Backdoor Shootout. And we have an amazing forecast for you guys as we're going to have longboard, stand-up paddling. We're into the stand-up paddling finals right now. We're going to finish up the longboard stuff today. And then we're going to recheck back and find out when the main event of this 2023 Backdoor Shootout teams event will be going out. Very prestige event as these guys are looking for the One Covenant title of the Backdoor Shootout. But they'll be surfing in a team format 4 to 6 times, Isaiah. We'll get to watch these teams surf.
Yep.
So you get more progression, more elevation. You get to see your heroes surf more. And just watch it live on Surfline or come down to Pipeline And join us on the beach, because by Wednesday, I'm not sure if there's going to be beach, Isaiah.
Yeah, especially with a 30-foot swell coming. Might take the sand back out to the sandbar over here at Eukai. But yeah, it seems the winds are starting to shift a little bit. I mean, it's really dead and light winds, but you can see a little bit of a texture coming onto it, a little bit of sea breezes starting up. But we, this is the final for the stand-up division, and then right after that, I think we're going into the final for the longboard.
Yeah, exciting.
We probably, my guess is we'll have a half day today.
Yeah. And right around this time, or actually maybe in a couple of weeks, usually you got a couple creeks broken up in here, where the boys call it Beaver Creek over here. You got that little Lake Havasu formation on the inside. When we come back Thursday, we might see that. Or it could be totally different. Could be non-existent. Here we go, Mr. McGee. Oh, beautiful. Nice. That was nice, Mr. McGee. And you got to think about it. These guys surfing waves of consequence, penetrating waves with your paddle. You know how much you can get it in the leg, the abdomen, just straight bruise your kidney. So, yeah. And their boards are about 23 to 24 inches wide. Wow. Actually, no, let's even go into the 27s, actually. I was thinking more log, single fin formation. That's at 23 inches.
Yeah, these ones, especially, I'm sure Kainoa is riding some volume on that one.
But have you seen that guy? That guy can ride a 5.5 door. I mean, just he can ride. Even when he was doing that catch surf thing, he was riding a small little catch surf, getting barreled at half point. So,
yeah, he's not a small.
He's not a small guy, but he doesn't need edge and he doesn't need fins.
There he is.
Oh, nice check fade.
Yeah.
To
whammo.
Man moving water.
I love that dismount too.
But you know how you were talking about dangers and stuff like that, like all our heroes like that. One little jump like that, boom, your neck or something, the ringing. It's just.
Here we go. Kai Lenny looking for this backdoor. Come on, let's see a barrel. Stalling with that paddle.
Nice.
See
Stalled
for an
as
air.
much as he could.
Yo.
Oh. Air to tracking the paddle back down. Good stuff, as I could just see that breeze kind of hitting his wave. I was hoping it would slow him down a little bit.
You know what he needed for that air? He needed those straps that he does.
Huh? Oh, his front hook.
Oh.
I think he's like one of the guys that really innovated that front hook. Like, he's really comfortable with it. But can you imagine when you don't get your foot out in time? Oh, man.
Here's a replay of that. Kaileni stalling with the paddle, getting behind the curtain. Not super deep, but nonetheless, here he goes. Whew.
Not super deep, but right in front of it. You know what I mean? Like, if he wanted to go a yard behind, they risky on not making it out of the tube.
Now you can see our competitors there. 4 of the 6. You see some lines stacking out in the horizon.
And it's good to see the Napoleon legacy making it in. You know, what a show. You know, a lot of these guys came down here nervous. Oh, what's the waves going to be like? Are they running? I mean, boom, he got right into it. That was a great first heat for this year's backdoor shootout.
I think one advantage, too, that the stand-up guys have is because you're standing, you got a higher vantage of the ocean. You can see the sets coming.
I was just going to say, you as a diehard surfer, you don't use these guys as beacons? I do.
Yeah,
once they move, I'm on them. I'm drafting them. You know, I mean, unless it's like somebody like these legends, but you know, in our lineups nowadays, there's a lot of stand-up paddlers that use it wrong. So I use them as beacons, and there's a rule. You don't know what you're doing? Oh, who's getting it? Zane Schweitzer, beautiful. Second in and out of the comp. Beautiful rail work with use of paddle technique. And he'll just snap his paddle back out into the lineup. Nice strokes. These guys sit on a 22-degree, bend their knees and sit on an invisible chair, chin up.
There's a replay of that. He had to fend off 2 other competitors. Pulls into the barrel, a little bit of chandelier to it. Nice carve.
You seen how quick he slid his
Switch
foot
hands.
back to the deck pad to get the tail around.
Yep.
Nice technique.
I love that name, Zane. It's a pretty unique name, so it's kind of unheard of to have 2 guys in one heat with the same name of Zane. Speaking of which, here's the other Zane, Zane Sains from Hau'ula, stalling, looking for that barrel.
Guy had a good one earlier in the beginning of the heat.
Did.
Yeah, a lot of Zanes. You know, I grew up with Zane Ical. I told him, bro, you're never too old. You should come. You know, he's always has a slot here at the Backdoor Shootout. Zane Ical. Amazing legend. Oh, here we go. This is Clay Everline on a foamy inside one. Not going to give him too much scoring capability, but, you know, completion of ride, you never know. You know, all 5 guys could just be having a shocker, going over their handlebars, bouncing off the reef, and then you get 2 tiny ones in the gums. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, you never really want to win like that, but hey, man, a win is a win. Competition is a competition. Whether you got 25 minutes or 30 minutes, it's all how the game folds out.
Right, and I think he was in that heat earlier that unfortunately bullet hit the reef. So I kind of worked to his advantage as far as making it to the final.
Yeah. Bullet got a hefty backdoor one last year, I remember, and waves are approaching our backdoor reef. These guys are, I would say, a bit out of position as Zane Schweitzer knows how to pick them. Beautiful extension on his takeoff. He's not a super tall guy, but standing firm in pipe. Who's going out? Here you go, Kai Lenny, Isaiah.
Dragging, trying to slow it down. He gets under the cover. Spit, makes it out.
Wow, he like sat in it to slow her down.
Yeah, Kai, that was a good sized wave for today, but it's kind of tricky because it broke really deep from coming from backdoor. Here we go. Looks like Zane is trying to squeeze into this one, slows down, gets a little quick cover, kicks out right there in front of the cameraman.
Definitely with the size and the speed of these boards and them trying to slow down and engage their rail just perfect, it's a definite task to slow down at pipe on a stand-up paddle, unless you want to get real sketchy.
I love the paddle battles in this division. Oh,
wow, that was beautiful. Napoleon legacy right here. Mr. Riggs.
that got kind of convoluted there.
Yeah, he wanted to slow down, and then he seen the thing run, and here we go, some cameraman action underneath. And my hat's off to these guys too. You know, it's dangerous swimming out at pipe with a cinematography camera or whatever have you. A whitewater can just clip your fin, and you can have a sore ankle for months.
See, check this out. Look at this
Whoa.
drama.
A little bit of drama
Schweitzer,
at the
yeah.
backdoor shootout. I wonder how they're going to call that one. Trying to stalk the judges right now. See the discussion. They're frothy over there.
Oh,
They're going to discuss it over and over as we got our head judge, Barton Lynch. Can you imagine? That guy is not an only amazing commentator. That guy's a world champion surfer, part of the North Shore community.
Papa Smurf.
Yeah, Papa Smurf right now. Yeah, I just met his son at the ceremony. Super awesome. You can see the talent within the eyes. Oh, stand-up paddlers. Oh, these guys are getting aggressive with each other. Elbow to elbow as Zane Sains is looking to paddle. He's like, you know what? I'm out of this little peanut gallery.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Because, you know our man right there, Kaino McGee, he's like, okay, bro, I got first priority right now. Don't make me paddle any further out. Oh, and he goes down. I believe that's our Clay Everlyn on that last wave.
Yeah, that stand-up guy's getting a little bit of
But
drama
you see,
there.
you know, you can take advantage of people's mistakes. You know, heats go so many different ways. The characters within the heat, the matchups and everything that makes so much difference. And then you go on luck of Mother Ocean. You know what I mean? Like you see Po Mai on that heat, he had amazing waves. Sometimes in the next heat, there might not be that many waves for you. Everybody
Right.
has their different vessel.
And this is the final, so
That's right.
It's for the win.
No wonder they're getting aggressive.
You know, it's interesting. It'd be kind of challenging to call the interference because with surfing, a lot of times it's whoever stands up first and who's you know.
Right.
But when everybody's already standing up,
I know,
it's
exactly.
Like, well, who was on this wave first?
All these characters have a great deal of respect for one another too, and I believe that was Zane Schweitzer on the lip. Yeah, when yeah, and look at him. He's about 1 foot submerged under the water surface. This guy rides small equipment. I believe some of these guys get it down to 6'10". The last I got to meet Mo Freitas and talk to Mo Freitas, I believe he runs, I mean, he's a city and county lifeguard at the Ehukai Tower. I got to talk story with him.
I don't know what happened to him. He was on the roster today. I saw him down here earlier. I don't know if he was
I think,
over it.
you know, in just lifeguarding, a lot of they might be short-staffed. And, you know, when you're a waterman on call,
Yep.
I see a lot of lifeguards, amazing. They would win events, but they got to go to work as well.
They got to go to work.
And my hat's off to you too, man. That's some straight responsibility. It's hard for me to be a carpenter nowadays.
There's some waves coming.
And you got Napoleon paddling in for this one. Brother Riggs. A lot of you guys will know Riggs. He'll be flying by you on his one man.
Oh, look at this set. Got a split
Wow,
peak. No,
beautiful.
Zane
Zane
Schweitzer.
Schweitzer.
Oh,
wow. Good stuff by Brother Zane. Not coming out. Getting really deep on that one. But cosmetically, all these guys catch their waves different. Like, I'm really liking the straight up knifiness of Zane Schweitzer, Po Mai earlier, Kainoa McGee's one of them. You just get, you know, instead of dropping down to the bottom and bottom turning back up into it, they're going to just need to knife from the takeoff to get the best scoring capability they possibly can. Because with this amazing judging panel we have again this year, they're going to pick it apart. I mean, all those judges are absolutely amazing surfers, next level.
well, looks like our longboard final is on the beach, about to paddle out. So it must mean we probably have like 5 minutes left in this heat or so. Comes a wave, got some action here.
Mr. Sains, huh?
Yep, look at this.
Very
back.
busy.
Oh, he's going left. So it's a fast one ahead of him.
Game. Ooh, maybe a floater section, but you know, you're going to want to save your ankles. Oh, he made it all the way across. And there's just a bit of texture, and it is taking the perfection of the barrel away. So it's going to be tricky.
I'm looking at our Hawaiian flag flying over here next to us, and it's blowing on shore. There we go. That was Zane Schweitzer. Drone angle.
Blowing on shore, but not quite on shore yet, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, the lineup's still a little bit groomed. Here we go. Clay Everline.
Our gums boy.
Yeah. Headed to gums. Here he goes. Some paddles. He's looking to get some kind of pocket tube on the inside.
Meanwhile,
wow.
Kai Lenny at backdoor.
Beautiful technique by Kai Lenny.
Air spinner.
Whew. I think he's landed one of those Air 360. I mean, an alley-oop Air 360 on one of those, actually.
On the stand-up?
Yeah.
I've seen him do like double backflips.
But I
on
think
the
he
foil.
fell, so I'm not too sure if it counted. Because when he went down, the tail racked and it spun him, but I couldn't even believe he made the 180
Oh,
spin.
we do have the replay of Kai's last one. Gets covered. Spin, twist,
Nice.
ankle, action.
Oh, it's almost like he was going to go on the nose and then Skeg reverse it back in. You never know with these guys. Creating and innovating on the daily. Always looking to up the ante. Kai Lenny, no slouch when it comes to training. They do not mess around. He does not mess around. So far, making this final or their second surf, I see guys like Kanoa Dalin, Paul Mai, Kaniala, and Mana Nalu Chandler taking the lineup. So longboard is definitely coming up next.
Yeah. Seeing these guys, it's like riding a bike at a stoplight and trying to hold on, balancing.
Oh yeah.
You're not in motion. It's hard to stay balanced.
Sheesh. Especially for Zane Schweitzer as he's sitting deeper than everybody. Like, okay, guys, just give me some room. But he has such core strength, man. You should see this guy on his foil exhibitions. He is a part of the development of foiling. You know, there's different cliques of foiling and stand-up paddling, but, you know. They all got to form a union and innovate and create as one big family.
So if you're just joining us, this is the Hui Backdoor Shootout 2023, and you're watching the finals for the stand-up division. Today we're seem to just be running our stand-up and longboard divisions. Here at the Backdoor Shootout, we honor the various forms of riding waves and give opportunity for folks like these stand-ups to surf pipe in a group of 6, 4 to 6 foot pipeline. Here we see Zane Schweitzer.
Zane from deep.
Oh. Decides not to go for that
Kind
one.
of smart. There's only a whitewater foam climb, but look at Backdoor, Salt and Air Studios, letting the boys know what they missed.
Right. So this heat has 4 minutes left, and it seems like I would say Zane Schweitzer and Kai Lenny have sort of got some of the best waves so far in this heat. And here we see a split peak.
Mr.
Kainoa
McGee
and
Kai Lenny. Kai not liking what he sees, and Kainoa, same thing. Synchronized stand-up. They're not going to, you know, these two gentlemen, they're not going to sell each other lemons, and they're not going to ride through a lemon. I hear our buddy Rocky calling shortboard team captains, Isaiah Walker.
Oh.
What's happening later today? A meeting?
yeah, I think they pull them together, and they have the captains come and vote for what they want to do. So we do have, you know, we do have the window, the permit to run. But I know they're going to be talking about the forecast, because there's some big surf coming starting on Wednesday.
It's a puzzle. It's definitely a puzzle. You told me about some wind and some storm, and some residual stuff that could happen.
Yeah, and the window goes through to the 16th of this month, so through the end of this week. So I think they're going to get their team captains together and have a vote on what they want to do, if they want to use today. I believe we have a total of 32 hours that we're allowed to run the competition.
And
so
we have
far
till
we've-
the 16th.
Yep. Here we go, Kai Lenny.
Kai Lenny, did you see that flash, how fast that rail was?
Not much after that drop, but he still has about 3 minutes left to find another one or two.
As Zane Schweitzer is taking a paddle here. And the guys are getting into it. Oh, look at Zane.
Oh, two Zanes.
Oh, wow.
The back door.
Way to keep Zane Schweitzer off and score
come
a
on, come on.
backdoor.
Haula zone.
Guy surfs out here a lot, Isaiah? Or
I
just
think he does, but probably
all our secret spots that we will not talk about.
He's also, it's interesting, a lot of our stand-up guys are also foilers because he's a good foiler as well.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, my guess is on a normal day at Pipeline, you won't see too many stand-up paddlers out. So I don't think you really have that option at Pipeline.
I've watched this guy on a foil. He was part of the big foil exhibition at the Duke. And
here's his
what a beautiful score in the final right there, Isaiah. To get backdoor, that's what we're here for, is to get barreled at Pipeline and backdoor. And
here's some more action. Kai Lenny and Zane Schweitzer.
Carnage. Kainoa McGee getting covered up, rolling down the windows.
He's holding on for life. And
good one by you and Clay Everline.
I think he was rolling up the window.
Oh, he was rolling them up.
Yeah. Which I don't even.
Yeah, but to recover, then he should have started rolling them down. He would have leaned forward on the roll down.
Roll back down.
Yeah. You know you're in trouble when you get caught rolling forward and down and backward. So they're going to count down pretty soon.
Why did the Portuguese drag his car door with him into the desert?
Not sure why.
Because when get hot, can roll down the window.
Oh!
Well, that's the end of the heat. And we will let you know the outcome of that. That got dramatic at the end. I don't know if there's interferences being considered for that last one.
Not too sure. Yeah, that was interesting.
Let's see that they're talking it out here. Are they going to duke it out or shake it out here? Oh. But, you know, it seemed like most of the heat was between Schweitzer and Lenny.
How close did Lenny and Schweitzer
get? Zane's got that backdoor wave in the last minute of the heat. So
yeah. But on that last exchange, I didn't see the two. They went backdoor. They both never made it, though, huh?
Yeah. I mean, but it looked like Kai's board almost hit Schweitzer in the head. That was a close one, so we'll see.
And look at Zane's getting a nice one of the nice waves out in this heat. Along with Kai Lanny, beautiful outside snap. Oh, that was Mr. McGee right here. And here we go, Napoleon, Riggs. Ooh, these guys tail surf their stand-up paddles very well, and they're looking to pull in. Beautiful check fade by Mr. McGee as he just wraps it home right there. Definite points for that, style and all.
This was one of the waves earlier in the heat. Kai Lenny trying to stall, getting the barrel. This is where he pops in air.
Yep, one of the better waves of the heat.
Here's some of that drama we saw.
Yep.
Napoleon.
Mr. Napoleon.
Almost catches an edge there, but makes it out.
Okay.
All right, well, that was an exciting heat for our SUP riders. We're going to come back to you with the final. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you back in a second. Aloha.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the White Islands this weekend. 20 to 60-foot faces at exposed spots.
Welcome back to the Backdoor Shootout 2023. We're here at Eukai Beach Park. Beautiful shot of Kaena Point. You can see us. We're in one of those houses over there, right on the beach there at Bonsai Pipeline. And we are into our final for the longboard. We just finished up the stand-up division longboard final, and we had some action there with Zane Schweitzer, Kai Lenny, and Zane Sains. But now we're into this longboard final. We got
Keegan Edwards.
Keegan going
Beautiful.
back door. And I am Isaiah Walker. Joining me here is Ezra Rodriguez.
Aloha, gang.
Beautiful position here. We're on the second floor of Jerry Lopez's house at the Volcom House.
Yep.
Volcom House A. And is it A or B?
Huh? It's the A
This
house.
is A.
Yeah.
Yes, it's A and B.
Yeah.
Here's a shot of us.
Aloha, gang.
Right. Like to mahalo our sponsors, the Keiki Bungalows, Sinaloa,
Sinaloa.
and all the
Duffin, Hawaii.
You can see them behind us here. And in memory of Duke Hanamoku. So we honor all of our legends, and actually one of the reasons why, you know, the Backdoor Shootout has these divisions of longboard and stand-up, and just to honor that tradition
Big
of
time.
people like Duke Hanamoku who could ride waves on any kind of a craft, even without a craft, right? Body
Yep.
surfing is one of those other ways of riding waves that we see here at Pipeline. This is not a surfer for the competition. That
No.
is a free surfer over there at off the wall, maybe getting a little too close to our competitors' area. But there we are, and you can see our competitors, and here is a wave.
And yeah, I see Kaniala taking a look, but no.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go, Keegan Edwards, super deep. Oh, hopefully his full carbon longboard can hang on there, as he got regurgitated pretty bad. He was deep, wasn't gonna let anybody go. Dino Miranda, beautiful. As he cut back into the whitewater. Got a nice little barrel on the takeoff, not as big and girthy as Dino likes it out here. He used to live right down here at log cabins for many years. Now he resides up in Maui, and one of the main guys out in the lineup at Honolulu.
Very cool.
So congratulations to all these finalists. Looks like the young buck made it into the final.
Yes.
Oh, stoked for the young man, Mana Nalu Chandler.
We're talking about that too. How cool in this event you'll have Mananalu. I don't know, maybe he's like 16 years old.
Yeah, maybe
And-
even younger, 15, I reckon, maybe.
And then guys like this who've been doing it for decades. Former world champ Dino Miranda, who I'm guessing in his 50s, Garens.
Yep. Dino Miranda, a world champion surfer. You know, guys like Rusty Kealana, Lance Ocano, Joey Valentine, Bunga Perkins, like we're talking about earlier, absolutely massive people to modern Hawaiian longboarding and the progression of longboard surfing. Like that guy with the golden afro out there, Connie Ala Stewart, Connie Tsunami. He's definitely cut from all those legacies and hierarchy.
He's been doing amazing on the world tour also.
Yep.
I mean, he seems to always just get runner-up.
Yep.
And he's going to be a world champ soon.
He can log, and Kanoa Dallin on the right gets buckled loose as Po'Pili.
Oh my goodness, this is a backdoor one. Hopefully we get this.
Oh,
Kaniala.
his foot stuttered right off the bottom turn. So, ooh, Kaniala Stewart, last year's champion, broke his board right around now. No, excuse me,
last
maybe
year,
10
last
minutes into the heat, broke his board, came up. And that young man, I don't know if it's the same board, Mana Nalu Chandler. It was a yellow Megan Godinez,
Oh.
shaped by Rex. And he got to borrow it. He got his winning wave on it. And I'm going to have to ask Coral Chandler over there to see if that is the same board that her son is riding. Because knowing those two boys, I don't know if a longboard would last too quick living at the pipe house over here.
Right.
I'd laugh. It's probably underneath the house with like 8 buckles. But yeah, good to see these kids charging. When I grew up and moved from shortboarding into the longboarding, so many legendary shortboard guys would get 15 to 20-minute heats with me. Oh, here we go. Dino Miranda. Like Jason Shibata, Makua Rothman, Rocky Cannon would leave the shortboard, do 15-minute Hassa heats with me in the longboard. I mean, I'd hate seeing them enter the longboard because they are a threat. All these guys could ride 9-foot boards. Like Makua Rothman has won a few longboard events at Kewalo Basin, you know, and it's just like, you know, from those coaching days, early 90s, like I'll shout out to him right now, Uncle Brian Surratt, one of the gnarliest hardcore coaches and North Shore pioneers. That guy coached plenty guys and told them, hey, more water time, ride anything, you know.
It's that beautiful yellow board you've been referencing. We talked earlier about yellow as a color of the ali'i. So reason being is we talk about mana, and we're looking at mana right there, mana ulu. The in Hawaiian culture, mana could reside and also be sort of represented or reflected in clothing. So, you know, if you had a high rank, if you were somebody of significance that had a lot of mana, then you would be able to wear these colors, and they're particular birds. So these birds had the yellow feather and the red feather were the most prized of the colors.
I wanted to ask, are these birds still around today?
Many of unfortunately, many have gone extinct, but we're seeing a lot of them actually being that are protected and that they are still, many of them still around. So fortunately, we have seen some of the, due to conservation efforts, we've seen a lot of the populations of some of our native birds increasing. Okay. And so they've been working to preserve some of these forest areas. And I have a good friend on the Big Island who works in some of this line of work where they, you know, putting up fences in certain areas in the forest lands to keep certain predators out and to try and really help revive that population. But again, these colors, there's some called ahu ula, which is a feathered cape. They also have like there's a helmet that you'd wear, mahiole, and then there's a variety of different kinds of jewelry or bling that the Hawaiians would wear in days of old. And here we go, Keegan going right, grabbing that rail. Will he come out?
He almost was. He just needed to one more pump up high, but definitely difficult one to make out of.
Here's a wave. This one has an interesting angle to it.
Ooh, it's a bit stretched out too, Isaiah. So let's see who's going to take.
That looks like Pomai Hoapili paddling for this one.
Knifing in, beautiful technique. But with the texture and crumble, he's going to get a beautiful pocket ride. And hey, that's just priceless too, what this guy's doing. There's some texture on the way a little bit, but
yeah, so if you're visiting Hawaii, take the time to go to places like the Bishop Museum, Iolani Palace, and a variety of other places you can go to learn more about our history and culture. But if you go to the Bishop Museum, you go to the Hawaiian Hall that they have there. They have a beautiful collection of these ahu'ula, which these feathered capes, and there's several different ones in there, but the one that Kamehameha was his most prized cape. It was just completely yellow.
It was timeless, though. It hasn't lost its color one bit. It's so vibrant.
Yeah, fortunately, we have some great archivists that are able to, you know, keep these things preserved. But yeah, these yellow feather capes and yellow and red ones, and so we're talking also, you know, about the Huiohe and Nalu and a little bit of their origins. When they started in 1976, they wanted to also use those same markings, those colors. Oh, here we go, Kanoa Darlin.
That was beautiful, 5 yards too far behind at the exit. But Kanoa Darlin, man, this guy.
So when the Hui was first formed, it was actually kind of unique to wear black shorts at that time too. You know, kind of like Michael Jordan introduced black shoes to the basketball court.
Okay.
The Hui kind of introduced black shorts to surfing, and then they had the signature yellow and red stripe along the side, and then the logo, of course, of the petroglyph of a Hawaiian surfer. And that petroglyph is an old, you know, hundreds if not thousands of years old, you know, of the tradition of he'enalu, of surfing. So, you know, has been a part of Hawaiian culture for many centuries.
Yeah, he'enalu, man. I grew up around so many guys, a lot of them not with us today, but oh, the black trunks, man, Huio He'enalu. And you guys go find out how you guys can support the nonprofit foundation, that all the proceeds go to our cultural events like surfing, canoe paddling, body surfing, helping our youth. So thank you to all these amazing things that are happening. Sinaloa, thank you. Defend Hawaii. A lot of people are asking. DefendHawaii.com. Again, go online and you guys can order your Hui merch again this year on Defend Hawaii. Haliva Juice, Reason Cinco, Aloha Salads, and Brutta Bo at Two Thumbs Tattoo. And none of this could happen without Salt and Air Studios and Surfline.com.
Yeah. My kids will be happy that I have a new Hui shirt, because I loved my one last year that I would wear it and they'd be like, Dad, really, you gonna wear that shirt again? We get it, you were at the backdoor shootout. But now I got a nice one, a newer one. So
nice. Always coming in clutch.
Yeah.
Yep. Love it. And
nice
always
and
in the memory of Duke. And in the back says it again, don't mistake aloha for weakness, gang. Welcome to Hawaii, and come join us the next few days. If you're not going to watch us on Surfline, come here live. We still got a beautiful beach in front of us. I see Iala Stewart, another amazing pipe surfer. Not sure if he's coming up in the teams, but he's watching his younger brother, Kaniala Stewart, out in the lineup.
Yep.
And thank you to the Chandler family for having the judges scaffolding in their yard. Amazing ohana over there. And they are definitely raising and breeding some amazing pipe young surfers. There's a new generation hanging over there in their yard, and they're frothy. And they're going to be coming up through the ranks. Kanoa Dahlin taking a look, not liking what he sees. Keegan Edwards really putting on the gas pedal, getting some aggressive rides, getting in position and going deep, making sure that he has it. Because, you know, all day we've just been seeing a lot of watermen and gentlemen working together. Not too many discrepancies, but I did hear Rocky talk about that final. You know, the stand-up final had a couple of close calls.
Yeah. Kaniala looking at this one way on the side. We'll see if we can get this backdoor wave. He's paddling in deep. Nope.
He's going to have to slow it down. Kanoa Dahlin up and riding right into it, Isaiah, right off the takeoff. Didn't think that was going to slow down for him that much, but he got covered up.
Right, kicked out.
Made do with what that wave had on offer.
A beautiful day here in Hawaii Nei on the North Shore. We are here at the Volcom House. Historic building here. I remember when I was, when I was young and watching the Pipe Masters, and one of my heroes, of course, was Derek Ho, and watching him in his prime win the Pipe Masters, and that one 10-point ride that he got was just this, iconic wave at Pipe here, and the footage of his brother Mike up on this patio right here, they had some sort of towel waving thing that kind of gave some, I don't know exactly what the formula was for it, but remember, so it's kind of cool being here right on the same balcony, which I remember as a kid where Derek got that perfect ride, and watching his brother Mike up on this patio. He's flagging him to go.
He's got the signals, man. He's got the signals all the way up at the coconut tree at sunset for Mason too. Yeah, Uncle Mike, Uncle D, always in memory.
There's a drone shot of us. You can see the homes there where they're on that 3-story home, formerly Jerry Lopez's place. Right behind his is Jeremy O'Brien's place. Then you have the other Volcom, 2 Volcom homes, Volcom B there. And so we're very fortunate to be set up here. Drone is coming in.
Big time. Now Volcom's here, the proving grounds. These guys have been breeding amazing athletes. And thank you, Ty Van Dyke, for having us over here at Volcom A House. That guy, amazing. Ty Van Dyke, great surfer as well.
Oh, for sure.
Guys on Hammer. Out the back. Here we go, Kanoa Dallin, paddling hard. Not sure if he gave him the hui, I get him. Boom. Just made 50 on Saturday.
He's been busy too. It's interesting. Paul Maya was catching all the waves in the semi. I don't know if he's sort of being a little more selective here for the final.
He is. And like I said, you know how that luck kind of sways and stuff? He was having an exhibition earlier.
Right.
And you can kind of tell that Kanoa Dallin kicked out of that wave at 50 and said, oh, why did I even go on that one? Now there's waves out the back. But if you know this guy, man,
this paddle
the guy
battle
can
here.
charge. Here we go.
Paddle battle. We've got a split peak. Paul Meyer going to follow him on the left. Pulls in the barrel. Spit.
Okay. Paul Meyer's wave, that was radical as Keegan kind of came out of a nice curtain out at backdoor, but that regurgitation if he came out. Wow. Ooh, Mananalu.
Man, Paul Meyer's wave was a hollow one.
That was a sick pipe wave, but it just clamped on the end.
Yep.
Not sure what he's riding on his green machine. Looks pretty epic and well-made longboard for pipeline.
Right.
As you can see,
Almost
a lot
looks
of the
more gunny than longboardy.
Pulled in the nose, maybe 17 and a half inches or so.
Well, here's a replay here. This is Keegan. He went backdoor.
Keegan riding my favorite surfboard of all time.
What is that?
That's the Harley Ingleby full carbon, done up by Thunderbolt. Wow. Those kind of boards I just want to pack up and get a flux capacitor and go back into the days because the technology is amazing. And a lot of guys are riding it today. But for Hawaii, that board is real choice. And Connie is out there on his Kai Salas Thunderbolt Mango Jam riding a single fin. So that board's measurements is possibly 9'2".
Wait, Connie's on a single fin.
23 inches wide, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, the board he's riding is part of that family, and yeah, and then I believe I'm going to ask his mom, but Mananalu I think might be on his rag. That's Megan Godinez's dad, Mr. Rex. And yeah,
Megan Godinez, another amazing surfer.
Oh yeah, she can punish the lip, man, with a smile. Sing, Connie Kapila, play the ukulele. And again, you know, all these guys are like, they're sons of Uncle China. Uncle China, big shout out to your Ohana, Kikoa, Kanoi. We're thinking of you. It's been a rough few days, but Uncle China's here with us. He's in a better place, and he's surfing with the legends.
Yep. You know, it's kind of, you know, one thing that's really cool about Hawaiian surfers is you can tell that they're really good at a variety of different, you know, riding different types of boards, because even though, I mean, relatively speaking, Hawaii's surf population is really like Brazil or Australia or, you know, larger countries.
I hear you. I don't know about now, but no, but I know what you mean.
But at the same time, like, it's amazing that we still have like we're world champs who are women longboarders, world champs who are, you know, male in the male division longboard, shortboard, bodyboard, in all those different categories. They still seem to top the charts, which is amazing. So, I mean, you're talking about the Bloomfield Ohana. You know, Honolulu has been world champ, what, 3 times in a row?
3 times, yeah.
You're talking about Megan Godinez, but also like Jody Clark. And a lot of
another girl grew up with. Here we go, Keegan. Yeah, here we go. Can he make it out of the froth? That was a definite doggy door. He was going to have to punch through. That was really close. Nice travel by Mr. Edwards as he made it all the way down that way. Bad place to be in with your longboard.
Oh, here's the one.
But no joke.
Connie's got this one.
A lot of guys. Here we go. Legendary Dino Miranda and world champ. Nice in and out for him. As what a great day. He flies over from Maui with his beautiful family, and it's his son's birthday today. Kaniala Miranda. Happy birthday, buddy.
Hau'oli laha nau.
Hey, look at this. There's a lot of people moving away from off the wall into our lineup a little bit, but it just looks like the cameramen were starting to take the backdoor position. And here we go. Konoa Dahlin scratching into this one. He's going to pipe. Kind of too of a tight one here for him.
Looks like Mana's taking a look at this one. See if he goes left or right. He's going left.
Oh,
Grabs
in
a
there.
rail.
Thing
In the
stays
barrel.
open.
Nice stall. Comes out.
Great stuff. Right in front of mom and dad's house there. So, Kaniala Stewart and Pomai out the back as Dino joins them on the inside.
You wonder if, and it seems like it actually in this heat, that uncle status plays out some priority here in the contest.
Oh, big time.
I mean, we've seen Kanoa and Dino getting most of the waves in this heat.
Oh, they taught us so much.
And it'd be hard, especially, you know, in this community and also in the, you know, longboard division. Like, you really, you know, respect your uncles, you know. It'd be hard to like, oh, am I going to really snake this wave from uncle?
And in these days where, you know, respect is kind of getting lost here and there and people aren't remembering, it's like, you know, it's a great, still big ordeal within our surfing union.
Oh, looks like Paul Mai is looking at this one.
Beautiful
Takes
wave.
off, stalls off the bat, pulling in.
He's going to get the in and out as Dino stalls for the back door, and he's going to get a quick in and out cover up.
Mano's going back door on this one, dragging. Oh, gets a cover up.
That's 2 completions for Mana Nalu. So
2 waves in like 2 minutes or
great
less.
work, yeah. So way to put it together, and now he can shop if he wants to and just hang his legs over the side of his board and wait for what he really wants.
Connie's by himself. Here's a couple of waves. We'll see which one he decides to pull the trigger on.
There's another nugget out the back as well.
Love that slow stall, stand up in the barrel.
Beautiful.
Nice, long, deep one.
3/4 up on the deck. Great textbook barrel riding by Kaniala Stewart.
He did wait a while for that one, so our defending champion, we'll see. That one will definitely go into a score line. He'll need another one.
No, he did have that one in the beginning, that beautiful wave that kind of mimicked his winning wave from last year, that in and out, and then he buckled loose off one of those as well. So he does have 2 scores under his belt. Bigger than Mana Nalu's ones, but he also has 2 beautiful clean in and outs. But looking at Keegan Edwards, his long traveler at backdoor, I do know that the backdoor shootout does award you, even though you're not coming out, but they're going to have to break it down.
For the effort,
Yeah. And look at this. We got a paddler. Here we go. This guy, so many waves today.
Come on,
Pomai.
Pull in. There it is.
So those are two completions for him, along with a massive pocket ride in the beginning. Here we go, legendary Kanoa Dalin. A little bit fast. So taking off on the longboard really just springs you down the line. These guys got to decide, are they going to knife it like Connie's doing right now and Mananalu? Connie gets up and down and Mananalu gets out. So great performance, great exchange from these guys, keeping busy. They're not letting any scraps go now. And yeah, Backdoor Shootout 2023 opening day. We have the waiting period. We had the waiting period from January 4th after the ceremony on the 2nd all the way to the 16th of January. So you guys check in with us every day. Also on Instagram, Huio He'enalu, at Huio He'enalu. We'll keep you guys updated. 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock they make the call. So beautiful replays from Dino Miranda's wave to Mananalu. That was his second in and out of this final. And finals, man, too, on going on his belt. This is just, you know,
Yeah.
amazing winner for the kid. Or this marks the season.
Yep, so this is our final. We're going to let you know what they decide. I know that the team captains for the shortboard division have been over there at Volcom B conversing with the judges and with Uncle Eddie and with the crew, trying to decide on if they want to run the shortboard after this or wait.
Here we go.
Some live action. Mananalu on the left, dragging, stalling.
Oh!
That looked like his board took a
Yes, a
slap
katung
there.
But Isaiah, look where he grabbed so hard to get deep and know the game. I wish he just let go just a little bit. He could have came out. I've seen this kid like pig dog out of this inside pipe wave. So
yeah, you can see that technique.
yeah, you see he's grabbing. He's done the work. He should have just let go of the wall. And he did the side slip boogie.
Well, I mean, but
Slightly.
we know he has 2 scores on the board, probably some mid-range scores. So I think he's probably just trying to maximize to improve on those other 2 waves that he has already. So I'd like to thank our sponsors. Look like we got some lunch here from Aloha Salads.
I love this stuff. Aloha Salads. Mahalo to you. Ooh, looks good, huh?
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you to all our sponsors and all our supporters and all the Huio He'enalu club members, always taking care. Po Mai again. Brilliant surfer by this guy all day, just entertaining. He's having the most fun, Isaiah, and that's what's capturing me. Oh, yeah, he'll be coming up at Uncle Buffalo's out at Makaha.
Oh, he's
Later in the month. Wow.
The coffins.
He did the Allen wrench to coffin. Let's see if he does the dead cockroach head first to the short break.
Cockroach.
Huh? He's holding this long, 10-second. Oh, you see?
Come on, cockroach. They're calling for it.
Yep, they're calling for it. Oh, what a performance by this guy, and congratulations on the finals, where it isn't even over yet. We have Kanoa Dalin deepest in position. We have Keegan Edwards been key playing it right there. He knows how to knife in the back door. He's gotten some great waves already today. And here comes more waves approaching the off-the-wall area as the guys are going to start paddling out and get into position. Yeah, thank you, Aloha Salads, for lunch.
I love this
Always
slogan.
supporting us.
Healthy, fresh, local.
Love it. And here we go, Kanoa Dalin. Ooh, wow. Hey, a little bit of a little bit of Dino Miranda and Kanoa Dalin from the generation, kind of both
look at
wanting
this
it.
double up. Oh my goodness.
Keegan's gonna go.
Oh,
Keegan's gonna go, and I'm gonna see.
no. Let's see that.
That
board's
board,
still
I
in
just
one
wanted
piece.
to see if that board is still in one piece.
Oh, this is after the horn, but they're going for it.
Wow, that's beautiful. He had great speed on that one.
Oh,
No
I think it's a
exit.
broken board. Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Oh my goodness! After the horn, action running.
Oh,
Oh my
run over
goodness.
your friend, mate. Kaniala Stewart, after the fact, these guys are getting some action. Oh, layback.
Well, even though we get to watch that, we're looking at the recap here live, and but there's some action
Kaniala.
going on after the horn that's been kind of entertaining. But right here on the recap, we got
Dino.
Kanoa Dahlin caught quite a few waves in this heat.
Keegan Edwards just broke his board. That wave would do it. I saw whole board go over the falls. Keegan, way to charge though, man. Knifing into some good ones.
All right, well, that was the final for the longboard. We'll get back to you in a moment with the results and with the rest of the day on the schedule. See you shortly.
Aloha.
Thank you, Glenn.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the White Islands this weekend. Need a 60-foot face at exposed spot.
There were times we hit walls of garbage that was so disgusting. You just couldn't believe it. As far as you could see, and the ocean was just garbage.
I do feel like a responsibility to give back, and I always feel like that to give back to the kids, and like, you know, hopefully they could have a better ocean than I even had in the future.
Come to a beautiful beach like this, it's just like the typical Hawaiian white sand beach. You look closely and you're like, wait, that's not even sand, that's plastic.
You hear a lot of people in packaging say, well, it's a problem today, but in 10 years, the recycling will be better, and then this product won't be a problem. Well, it's a problem right now. I don't think we have the luxury of just waiting.
The whole history of Hawaiian Water Patrol started way back before the era of jet skis, where we used to rescue tubing fins, you know, surfboards, lifeguarding with city and county, both me and Terry.
How did it all start? We ended up forming a little corporation called Hawaiian Water Patrol to provide water safety for the pro surfing fans. Something like that. We seen Herbie Fletcher, you know, riding his jet ski out of the pipe, and I used to be a guard out at Ehukai.
When the jet ski came out in '72, that was the answer, you know, because you could jet around and just fly like you're surfing or riding a motorcycle. So I finally made it to Hawaii with mine in '81, and Terry and Brian Kalana and all the guys, they'd see me riding, they'd tell me, hey Herbie, the cops are coming out, man, you better get out of the water. But they were really interested in it because of life saving.
I surfed one of the, first Waimea ADI cow contest, at Waimea, and wiped out on a giant wave. And when I wiped out, I got rolled around underwater. I popped up. A humongous, just beast of a wave was upon me. So back then, the lifeguards just look at you. You can't get out. Lifeguards can't get to you. But Squiddy had a regular stand-up jet ski, and he darted right in, came up to me, looked at me, and said, are you all right? And I looked up at Squiddy and go, well, yeah, He couldn't grab me and stuff, but he bolted out. But the idea spurred that technology, or somebody actually came into the impact zone, and that's what, Squiddy was the one that really implemented the whole idea of the use of the jet ski.
When I seen Herbie using the jet ski, it kind of like made me think a little, and then we decided to go and try it out.
The founders, Uncle Terry and Uncle Brian, they are the true innovators of all the water safety with the personal watercraft. From day one, I mean, they were going around the world showing all the lifeguards from everywhere how to use it.
It was just the start of it all. Like, they just brought in the first jet skis and started rescuing people, and it was just amazing what they could do.
Yeah, like at the beginning, it was more trial and error. The sleds were made by little boogie boards attached to the back. Then we had a little Maury Doyle with ropes and hoses and stuff to make handles. And as time went on, we ended up talking to some of the boogie board makers. They kind of helped us, perfect all the sleds from what you see right now.
The whole system that Brian and Terry came up with has been passed down to the new generation of guys who are working off the skis and the water patrol. They've spread their knowledge not only to the guys who are working in water patrol, but to the guys who are putting themselves in those situations in big waves. Without them, I think there'd be a lot more serious injuries.
It seems like when the situation gets more extreme, as the danger builds, you can feel everyone in the crew's camaraderie start to tighten up. There's a sense of extra loyalty to not only your friends, but your partners that you work with. Everyone at any given moment is watching each other's back. It's not your normal everyday thing when you're out in the water and guys are trying to catch giant waves.
I feel like Pipeline and Waimea and Jaws, everyone's pushing the limits so hard and going on bigger, more dangerous waves that it's just more crucial than ever to have these guys here. These guys make the most important saves, and they have to be the best water patrol in the world.
Being here our whole lives, we figure we're the guys that you'd want in that position because we have dealt with these conditions, particularly this stretch of beach our entire life. So it's really important knowing exactly what's going on out there because it's serious out there.
The feeling of giving somebody that second chance at life or preventing a harsh situation, if you can do that just once, it's worth it.
It's funny, everybody talk about being on waterman, and I think, the label of a person doesn't tell you the contents of a person, And being on Hawaiian waterman is looking at the content of that person and stuff, of how we live, breathe, every sort of family values that we have. I mean, that's what it is. It's beyond that physical thing. It's not just water patrol. It's not just a place. It's not just a person. It's who we are. I mean, that's the statement. Just read them out. Hawaiian Water Patrol. We are who we are, and it is what it is.
morning, gang. This is Ezra Rodriguez along with Isaiah Walker. You are watching the first day of the 2023 Backdoor Shootout, bringing it live for you, Sultan Air Studios. And sponsoring us this year is Keiki Bungalows. Aloha. Thanks for joining us, gang. We had an amazing day. Let me recap the day. We started up with stand-up paddling.
We did, yeah. We had like 4 to 6 foot surf, really light winds, glassy conditions. There were a lot of cool waves out there. We started off with the stand-up division, and we had run 2 heats of that. Then we went into our longboard semifinal.
Yep.
And then we just wrapped up the finals of these divisions. So here at the Backdoor Shootout, we celebrate all kinds of different vehicles for riding waves. And so for today, we dedicated that time to our stand-up division and our longboard.
Yep. All in honor of Duke Kahanamoku. And yeah, the stand-up guys, the first heat, we're going to go right into a recap and see what we had today.
There we had with our stand-up this
Clay Everling. Oh no,
Zane. That's Zane Sane. So Zane was in the first heat.
Mr. McGee, huge power hack off the top.
And in this heat, unfortunately, we had an injury from Bullet Obra, but he seems to be on the mend, so we're happy about that. This is our longboard heat. This is Kamakani Kahaboy. Then we had Mananalu, our youngest competitor in the Backdoor Shootout. Made this heat and went into the finals and did really well in both heats.
Future threat, man. Doing it all. I love it. Kaniala Stewart, here we go. Team Waikiki, beautiful pump through. He had some amazing waves in the final. This is last year's champion. And he also got some pipe waves. Here we go. Entertainer.
Pomaiho Pili from the North Shore. Waterman.
Fun all day. This guy was ripping.
Kaileni, and this was in the stand-up semi-finals, actually. Kaileni doing that aerial. And here we had Napoleon.
Riggs, Napoleon, Legacy. He was really putting on some beautiful snaps. Got some amazing barrels. Here's our Kainoa McGee. Ooh, rolled up the windows just at the last minute.
This is our longboard heat. This is Dino Miranda, former world. Oh, sorry, that was Keegan Edwards. Excuse me. Then we have Pomai, who's also in both divisions, stand-up and longboard.
Hell of a show he put on.
I think he clocked in more waves pipeline today than you would in a week or a month.
And hey, aloha, gang. Join you soon.
All right, well, that was our day. This is Isaiah Walker and Ezra Rodriguez here at the Backdoor Shootout 2023. Stay with us because we're gonna keep close eye on our forecast because we have some waves coming up this week.
Big.
So we're gonna have some more action the end of this week, probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Wednesday.
Yep.
And we look forward to that. More action.
Yep. Stay tuned, gang. Love and aloha always.
Ahui ho.
Mahalo.